Sometimes a song is just an instant hit. In 1998, that's what the Italian Eurodance group Eiffel 65 thought they had on their hands when they went to test out their latest single live in a club. The results were not what they expected. Quote, "It emptied the dance floor. It was, as if I had screamed into the microphone, 'Hey people, go to the bar, drinks are free,'" said Eiffel 65 DJ Gabri Ponte. The energy in the club was the complete opposite of that in the Blisco studios, where the song began with a piano melody played by Eiffel 65 member Maurizio Lobina, which was overheard by Blisco producer Massimo Gabuti due to a lack of proper soundproofing in the building. Taken with Lobina's arpeggio, Gabuti insisted the two try to create a track around it, and within an hour, they had an arrangement. All that was missing was lyrics, and who better to put them together than Jeffrey J., a Sicilian musician who had grown up in Brooklyn, New York, meaning that he could both write in English and sing with an American accent, two valuable traits for an Italian studio trying to make an international hit. Jay spent 40 minutes writing 3 different sets of lyrics. Quote, "I said, okay guys, I got 3 lyrics to this. There's one that's normal, one is so-so, and this is totally freaked out. Which one do you want first?" said Jay. Lobina opted for the freaked out lyrics. The vocals were recorded in one take, but the instrumental track went through 3 versions, with the final version being mixed by Ponte. All said, the song only took a few hours to make overall, so maybe it's fair that they only sold 200 copies of it in 1998. But on April 1st, 1999, Italian radio station Radio DJ began playing the track, and things turned around completely. Quote, "From the time that it hit the radio to the time we actually got on a stage, it was a matter of days," said Jay. In the year 2000, Eiffel 65 won a World Music Award for best-selling Italian group based almost exclusively off the success of this one track. The single hit number 6 in the US, number 3 in Italy, number 1 in France, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and 11 other countries. Ultimately, the success of Eiffel 65 in this song was massive, but brief. Nevertheless, it's certainly nothing to be blue about. That's right, we're talking Eiffel 65's Blue Ba Dee on Cover Me. I'm blue, Ba Dee, 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 Ba Dee. That's right, it's Cover Me, the only podcast that compares famous songs to their many cover versions to find out which one blew his house. I'm your host, as always, The Snake, joined by my little guy co-host,
Alex Mullenberger. Hey, I'm just a little guy.
Oh, Alex. Alex, how you doing?
Doing all right. We're freezing out here in Calgary.
Freezing?
We're freezing.
You're blue, but for frostbite reasons.
Yes, exactly. And then it turns red. Or maybe it's the other way around.
Does it turn red?
Well, like if your skin gets red, it's like basic frostbite. And then if it turns like purple and black, then you like need an amputation, basically.
Okay. When playing the hit game Death Stranding 2 on the beach, you can get frostbite in certain areas.
Oh.
But all that it takes, your fingers get black. But then all it takes to fix it is a quick shower.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure that's true in real life as well.
I'm pretty sure that is like medically true. And it's, I trust it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have 2 tabs open to www.zorotl.com?
I can't say that I ever have.
Okay, well, I'm struggling with that issue right now. Today, Alex, we have a guest.
We do. We have a very special guest today.
A very special guest, and so I'm going to leave it to you, the co-host.
Yes.
What a strange twist of fate to introduce this guest.
Yeah, absolutely. Today, here in this studio, is my lovely fiancée, Fatima.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm very excited to be on.
Yeah, we've been planning this for a little while,
yes.
So and specifically talking about this song too.
Yeah, so now I have 100 questions to ask Fatima.
Please.
One, we used to have new guests on more frequently, so I used to have a bit of a rhythm to the questions I asked. It has been, I think, 3 or 4 years since we've had a new guest on. So I'm a little rusty, but I think I used to ask people, Fatima, what is your sort of music? When do you like to listen to music, and what kind of music do you like to listen to?
That's a great question. So I
Sorry, that's so weird that I said that. That's a great question.
You know what? I'm quite proud of the question, so it's always good to hear positive feedback on it.
Apparently watch way too many podcasts, and I'm like, I was thinking about what to say yesterday, and I'm like, thanks for having me on this podcast. I'm quite the fan of this podcast, but it just seemed so robotic. So, I like music, usually when I'm working or driving mainly, and it kind of goes like a lot of different types of music. Definitely since being with Alex, I've gotten exposed to other kinds of music. But I kind of grew up listening to hip hop and like R&B music. So the music that you guys put on or like cover or go over in the podcast is kind of different for me. So like people like David Bowie, I know you guys are big fans of him, and I never really like knew some of the songs that came on. Even watching that Tropic Thunder movie, where was it Tropic Thunder? It's a movie where David Bowie's there.
Oh, in Zoolander?
Zoolander, yeah. I don't know, like Tropic Thunder, close enough.
Different Ben Stiller movie.
But yeah, so yeah, like mainly like working out, obviously is such a great time to listen to music, but mainly to do chores around the house just to like kind of zone out and do something.
Hell yeah. Alex seems to only listen to music for the podcast.
Sometimes it feels like that.
The only time he does it, whereas you seem to be more along my lines, which is any dull moment in the day, I try to have music on because that's just how my brain functions best. You mentioned hip hop and R&B. What are some of your favorite artists in that genre, either past or present?
Oh, good question. Rick, I haven't been really listening to a lot of new stuff. And I've been okay. It's this complicated question because I've now found out a lot of them are like
sex pests.
Right,
yeah.
And abusers, yes.
Like, I used to be a big fan of Jay-Z, and then I've found out there's maybe something there. It hasn't been technically proven, and really like Rick Ross, too.
Right.
But Rick Ross has also done a song about apparently drugging and raping a woman, so...
Jesus.
I know, yeah. So I'm kind of like concerned to even like share some of
right.
the
To be like,
names.
well, these are some of the abusers whose music I like. Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah, because like for example, in the R&B space, R. Kelly was a big one, and well, we saw what happened with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like grew up with like Destiny's Child and Beyonce. To name a couple.
Yeah, classics of the era.
Yeah. There's also, I forget his name. His name is like, not David. I don't know. I'll have to like look on my phone to see.
David
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a huge fan of Khalid. As you guys know, last year I was taking over Alex's Spotify, so that was his favorite artist or most listened.
That was his artist of the year and his number one album. Alex is a Khalid fan now.
Which we got to see him at the Calgary Stampede this year, which was so random because he's so big. And I was kind of concerned of him being on there because there's not a lot of space. And anyways, he didn't end up playing anything from his new album, which I was a little disappointed.
It was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe he'll come next year or go to Vancouver or something where there's like a bigger arena and more time.
Yeah, and do like a full show.
Yeah.
Because those Coke Stage shows are quick. He's got to cover the hits.
Yeah, and almost exclusively for has-been acts like Loverboy and Glass Tiger or, emo bands of the early 2000s.
Exactly.
So
they like to get like Mariana's Trench and did they have?
Yeah, some people just have like residencies there. Mariana's Trench has been there, I swear to God, for 20 years, like doing shows.
Yeah, sounds about right. If the band's been around that long.
Yes. Now my next question, Fatima, is what do you think about cover songs in general?
I like them. I like, and I also like when I don't even know that it's the cover song, because the cover song ends up being like bigger than the original song. And so I was found out that there's like one song by the name kind of like escapes me, and Alex mentioned to me that it was a cover.
I do like to do that.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Did you?
Yeah, one of my favorite things too. That's not even the original.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm a big fan of covers. Sometimes I'm not, but for the most part, I think I like when they give it like new life. And I've noticed it even with like certain platforms, like giving, like showing like different generations music and having it become viral. And then you're like, oh yeah, this is by this Cher, for example, and who I don't think makes new music. And so it kind of keeps them alive.
Yeah, it's surprising, especially TikTok seems to resurrect a lot of music at random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had, like 5 years ago, it was Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. I'm trying to think of what it's been
that's right.
recently.
I forgot about that.
There's
so many little TikTok trends, most of which don't percolate through to me.
Yeah, some of them are very small and sort of localized to the app, but some of them do break through. In fact, one of the the sample we're talking about this week, I think did have an early life on TikTok that kind of forced that version into existence officially. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that more later.
We certainly will.
But that does bring us to the question of this song in particular. Fatima, you asked us specifically to cover this song. Why is that?
Okay, so the story is I grew up with this song. I thought it was always just so funny. I don't know if you guys, like, probably, I think this is like a very millennial experience to grow up with watching like MTV videos.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was like the big thing. Like you'd go on and you'd see all the new music that came on. And I always thought this was really funny because of the aliens in the music video. And so yeah, and I recently, I think the last year or two, they did a video talking about the history of this song. And I thought it was really cool because at the time when I was listening to the song, I didn't realize what goes into it. And when I was watching the video, it was really interesting. And I thought they have pretty cool covers. There's one of the covers is by David Guetta, so I thought that would be really cool to discuss.
Yeah, it is. I have a lot of thoughts about that David Guetta cover.
Right.
But I also have a lot of thoughts about this song in general. Like you mentioned, it is a really it's from 1998, 1996, so 6 years old. Mm-hmm. This is when I really start forming memories as a child, which is maybe late for some, but this is where some of my earliest memories are. And yeah, Blue Ba Dee was one of the first songs I could probably sing along to on the radio, and it had a computer-animated music video, which, as a big video game nerd, I was like, holy shit, this is very cool that music can also be video games. Of course, we're from Canada, where we also had the show Reboot, which looks about as good as this.
It does look very similar to Reboot.
This is, sometimes Alex and I will mention songs, especially dance songs, that would play or sound like they would be played in your elementary school gym class. And this is one of those for sure. A lot of airplay there. But yeah, this one is a song that I would say has always been around, only because it was like around when I was very young. Like obviously I was there when it came out. I was there when it happened. So it holds a weird place in my heart. Very strange coming back to it this week and finding out that Jeffrey J believes there is some meaning behind what is often dismissed lyrics as just being novelty nonsense, but
I had no idea he said that. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a thing, and we're gonna get into it.
He said some things about it.
Alex,
yeah,
Blue Ba Dee guy, you an Eiffel 65 guy.
You know, I can't say that I'm specifically a fan of this one-hit wonder group.
They have multiple hits, Alex.
Do they have another hit?
Yeah, Move Your Body.
Okay. Oh, that's them too.
Okay, here's the thing with them. They're a little strange because they're in Italy. So we think like, oh, they're one hit wonder, but I came to find out that they're very popular in Italy which is always so funny to hear that. Like I was finding out that someone broke through from India into North America, and I'm like, who the hell is this person? And then I look online, and they're like the number one celebrity there, and so it's always funny seeing that we like kind of live in a bit of a bubble with who is good or not, or what is a one-hit wonder, because it's maybe here they have that big hit, but back in Italy, they're pretty popular and well known.
Yeah, they stayed relevant. Watching this, I watched this Vice like 20-minute video on like the making of this, and like they still hang out with the DJ who essentially got them famous in 1999 by playing this track. Yeah. They regularly produce and work. Gabri Ponte recently participated in Eurovision 2025.
Oh. Yeah, he seems to be a little more active, like doing his own stuff, because he kind of like broke off from everyone else. That's my understanding.
Yeah, because he was already a DJ. Or was DJing on the side, he started doing more and more solo work, and that's part of why the band broke up, is due to that. There are some, they kind of have, it seems like they don't really like each other. There's the Jeffrey J and Maurizio Lubino side, and then there's the Gabri Ponte.
Gabri Ponte side.
To the point where I believe Lubina, like, questions whether or not Gabri Ponte actually did anything to the final track. Because he's like, did he actually have any input? Because he doesn't even know what changes he made.
Right.
So did he just try to take credit? I think that's just some anger coming out. I'm sure everybody played a part.
Yeah, everyone was there even, right? Just like everyone being there is kind of contributing.
Yeah. And like even the Massimo Gabuti, like his contributions are pretty clear. He creates the Da Ba Dee, Da Ba Die to make it, that's part of him making like international. He's like, what if it's just something anybody can sing?
Right. What if it's just nonsense?
Yeah. But this is a project, and it's very interesting because we often talk about cover bands who are just an assembly of random studio musicians who are forced to record a cover for whatever label, and, you know, it lands like a turd and nobody remembers it.
Yep.
This is the example of that actually working.
Yeah, if it never worked out, no one would do it, right?
Yeah, well, every part of this process, so even their band name came from an Excel database that essentially just Blisco had for whenever they would have studio musicians actually record one of their projects. So that they had a list of band names they could use. It gets written on a CD, but then the producer has to write a phone number down, and so he grabs a Post-it note, writes down most of the phone number on the Post-it note, but runs out of space. So the final 2 digits of the phone number get written on the CD case.
The CD case.
It becomes Eiffel 65, because then the guy, like the audio engineer who gets the CD is like, okay, it's Eiffel 65. They changed the name.
So it's just a random number.
Yeah, so 3 random dudes get put together, get a random name, and then knock out a hit in 2 hours.
And then you follow that chain of events to the present day, and next thing you know, I accidentally write down that this song was released in 1965.
Yeah, that would be a different
Isn't it
song.
wild how things happen?
Yeah, and thankfully you didn't open with that information, or we would have misled a lot of people.
Yeah, because this is not a 1960s song. This is a very late 90s song.
This is a very late 90s song. It is, like, definitive of the era, and so very influenced by that era. There's no other time this song could have come out.
And they're not like a boy band, because when I think of like late 90s, early 2000s, there's like 98 Degrees, there's NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, there's some of the girl bands too, like Spice Girls. But they don't, from what I've seen in their music videos and when they perform live, they don't have any of that like choreography or anything. Words are hard. Big words. But they don't have any of that. And so I think they're a little bit refreshing for some people because they're not like, I think the word I'm trying to use is like, they're not like calculated. They just kind of like go on stage and they're like, hey, here's our music. And someone's on the on the keyboard, and they're just kind of like jumping around a little bit.
They do seem a little more laid back, right?
And they were saying that they wore like space costumes to be different. So I thought that was pretty interesting too, that they were trying to set themselves apart.
Yeah, because they are in some sense, like they're just jobbers. They're supposed to be behind the scenes guys. None of them are ever actually really supposed to be on a stage.
Yeah.
And then they also come from the EDM scene where maybe the focus is less on what the people are on stage are doing and what the music is doing to you, the audience. The focus is the dancing, not seeing this like idle dance.
Right.
So you get these guys who, like, one, aren't supposed to be big, and two, come from a music culture that is more audience focused than like creator focused. And it does create an interesting live show that's sort of outside of what's in the mainstream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like even hearing how they came about, it just seemed like an accident. Like
100% is.
Yeah, like
yeah, absolutely.
The one guy, Jeffrey, moved there when he was 11, goes on vacation to Turin, and then meets some guy, and then is like, yeah, I have a CD. And then that guy calls Massimo and is like, hey, I got this guy, you gotta meet him. And then all of a sudden he's there making music, and then there's no soundproof. Like, it just seems like they kind of like picked this weird place that is not meant to record music, and they sort of made it to be. And from what Gabri Ponte was saying, was that they can just hear what's going on in the next door and then just be like, hey, I can add something else to this. And so it was like, the nice thing that came about is that it created like a bit of a collaboration space for them. But it almost seems like the reason why they kind of like broke down was because they didn't really talk about what, like they weren't like friends or anything, or like had time to like build a relationship. So I guess when Gabri was like, hey, I want to break off and do my own thing, they're like, wait, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like,
And I know in that Vice video, they're saying like, we're losing thousands of dollars a day because he's off doing his thing and we can't be touring or whatever. So then they have to end up like breaking up, basically.
Yeah. And creating Bloom 06.
That's
Bloom
right.
06.
Which is, I thought that was interesting. I guess they broke off and created that in 06.
Yeah, which is essentially just Eiffel 65 without Gabri Ponte.
Without Gabri Ponte,
the difference.
Right. And then I read somewhere that they came back, like the reason why they did Bloom 06 is because they wanted to produce their own music, and Eiffel 65 belonged to Blisco. But then they ended up coming back as Eiffel 65. I don't know what year that was, but they ended up, it wasn't that long. Started. In 2010, in 2010 they reunited as Eiffel 65, but without Ponte.
Yeah, still not with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really feels like they kind of got married, and then they were both like, hey, you want to have kids? And they're like, no. And it's like, okay, well, I do. So
100%. It was an arranged marriage that worked briefly, but not in the long term.
Was wildly successful for a very short period of time.
For a very brief moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's talk about these lyrics, because there's a lot to talk about with this song. We're already 20 minutes in, and then there's music videos for every fucking version
I
know. So we got to chug along here a bit. Thankfully, the lyrics are blissfully like easy to blissfully easy to interpret. It begins thus. Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in a blue world, and all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue, like him, inside and outside. Blue his house, with a blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him, and himself, and everybody around, because he ain't got nobody to listen.
There's a guy. There's a story.
A little guy,
about
Alex. Let's not miss any details here. He's a small guy.
Sure, he's a little guy, which I can relate to. So, like, he's a little guy, and he's blue. And so, you were saying there was a quote of some kind about how, like,
and
blue doesn't have to be said. Oh, you got it? Yeah, all right.
Yes. It speaks of something I believe in a lot. This is Jeffrey J. He says, I think that everyone has their own color, you know? They filter their entire lives with that color. So the things they buy, the houses they buy, the people they want to see, the places they live, the cars they have, they all reflect that color. It's incredible that everyone has that. So I used a metaphor. It's a way of saying with my filter, I have a blue house, a blue window, etc.
Okay.
Really makes it sound like it's just nonsense in that case.
Kind
to me.
of.
Only because, like, don't we establish at the end that, you know, he ain't got nobody to listen. So he is blue in the traditional sense of he's kind of sad, right? Because he's lonely?
They talk about this in that Vice video, too. Because they're like, when we play this in England, people are like, why is he sad? And he's like, he's not sad. He's just blue. But he is the color blue. So it is, because maybe that's not used, like maybe the color's not associated with that for Italians.
Right.
Much like in Japan, blue is used similarly to how we use green in English.
As in, like, green with envy?
Possibly. I think of more like a greenhorn, like somebody who's a newbie would be blue in, or turning over like a new leaf, I believe is a blue leaf in Japanese.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, there is the possible that interpretation, especially because we're relying on the only line that isn't just like, this is blue, and also this is blue, because he ain't got nobody to listen. But how you can interpret that instead is that his viewpoint cannot change because he's not, like, having dialogues with people, even though he has a blue girlfriend who he would presumably talk and listen to. She is also of his blue filter world.
Have we established the girlfriend yet?
Not in this verse.
Okay.
We only have he's got a pretty good life. A Corvette and a house.
Yeah.
And he doesn't got anyone to listen to.
Yeah. That's right. Is it somebody that he has to listen to or who listens to him?
Who knows? Yeah, he's got the double, like the ain't and nobody. He got nobody.
Right, he doesn't have nobody.
I thought I did hear him say that, like, yeah, you know, you see the world in like a filter. I don't know if I'd see it in like a color, but I have heard that, like, if you're sad, then everything is sad. But if you're like positive, you have like a positive outlook on life, everything's positive. So, like, you know, if your tire is flat, you're like, hey, I get an opportunity to remember how to put this spare tire on or something. So it's like kind of your perspective. I haven't heard that about colors.
I mean, I guess, like, the connection I would make is if you say, like, rose-colored glasses.
Right. Okay.
You know? And then, you know, painting the world in a rosy light. So I guess that's the biggest connection I would make to that concept. Which could be similar to what it's saying here. This guy sees the world as blue because he doesn't communicate, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, or he sees the world as blue and it will never stop being seen as blue because he doesn't communicate. It's not necessarily that a lack of communication is a blue thing. Sort of, it's not, because the color could have been anything. He says, Jeffrey J says he chose the color essentially at random. So this could be green, it could be fucking pink, like pick a color.
I'm green, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
And then that's just his way of, so all he's really saying is like, I have this way of seeing the world, it affects everything I see, and it doesn't change.
Yeah, basically.
And to Jeffrey J, that has a lot of meaning.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can see why it only took him like 30 to 40 minutes to write 3 sets of lyrics.
Yeah.
And this is the freaked out version.
This is freaked out.
This was freaked out, man.
This is 90.
I would like to see the other 2 versions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, what about this? I guess it's freaked out because it's nonsense? I don't know. I still do think there's a lot of nonsense here. Yeah, what about it is freaked out? That is what I would like to know. Because I've been listening to a lot of Frank Zappa this week, and I feel like on the freaked out scale, that goes a little higher.
I mean, Frank Zappa opens with Freak Out as an album.
That's true. That's his first album.
That's his first album, he freaks out.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe things are different in Italy.
But I think it is just like, because it's also not what anybody else is singing about. This thing is called a novelty song, which I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that label, only because Jeffrey J believes in the lyrics he's written here.
True.
He believes they are weird. He believes they have a poetic meaning in terms of speaking about your viewpoint and how that is sort of unique and unalterable. But the rest of the world does not see or hear that, which will come up in every cover of this.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's part of the reasons that a lot of the covers this week struggle is because they don't know how to sing this song.
Mm.
But only Jeffrey J does because only he believes in these lyrics.
Only he believes in the lyrics. Everyone else thinks it's a joke.
Everybody else just thinks it's an novelty joke. And so, if everybody else thinks it's a novelty and you, the creator, don't, is it not still a novelty? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't doesn't seem to be intended that way, but
No. It's intended to be catchy and dancey.
and
a
it is
little
both
weird.
of those things.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and any generation can enjoy this. Like, I'll put this on for like my nephews, and they're just like jumping around and having a fun time. Though younger kids will get a little freaked out by the music video because of the aliens, but it's like still a very good song because you can, go da ba dee da ba da, and like just kind of
Yeah, anybody can sing along to it. There's no real like hard meaning to it. It's family friendly,
right.
And the backbone of it, that piano arpeggio, is very intoxicating. It's very catchy.
It's very successful as like a hook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Naturally, we now have to dissect the chorus, which goes like this. I'm blue, dabba dee, dabba die, 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 dabba dee, dabba die. I'm blue, dabba dee, dabba die, 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 dabba dee, dabba die.
Dabba die. There were, I believe, I saw. Not this directly, but a comment addressing rumors that the phrase "if I was green, I would die" was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "That's crazy. It's not in there." So I guess that settles that. But yeah, it is. I mean, surely just syllables, right? These are like baby syllables. Anyone can sing along to this.
Yes. In fact, there is a quote from, I believe it's a Rolling Stone review, which compares this to the Teletubbies.
Oh.
Yes, this is Rolling Stone said that it blends Cher-esque vocoder vocals, trance-like synth riffs, unabashed Euro disco beats, and a baby babble chorus so infantile it makes the Teletubbies sound like Shakespeare.
All right, that is quite a quote.
And when I was looking for covers for this song, I noticed Kids Bop had a version of it, so I'd believe that.
Yeah, no doubt Kids Bop has a version of this. Yeah, that's really the lyrics. They're meant to be sung along to. This is a producer decision. He was like, hey, make it this, just some nonsense words. And it works. You either love it or hate it, but this is a big part of why the song works.
Yeah, and it's like, not only that, it's like all nonsense, but it's like just a few syllables, and it's easy to remember the order and sing along. And that's my first memory of this song, is hearing the dabba dee dabba and not really knowing what was going on, but like other people were singing it, so I was like, okay. It spreads. It's stuck.
It gets the people going.
It's got claws.
It's got claws. It's got hooks. It's got claws. It's got it all, man. The second verse begins, I have a blue house with a blue window. Blue is the color of all that I wear. Blue are the streets, and all the trees are too. I have a girlfriend, and she is so blue. Blue are the people here that walk around. Blue, like my Corvette. It's in and around. Blue are the words I say and what I think. Blue are the feelings that live inside me.
See, the last part are blue are the feelings that live inside me. That part makes me feel like it's a sad song.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right?
Yes, and that's what I grew up thinking that. But I think it's because in North America, it is like a common term to be like, "Why are you so blue?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we built a whole genre of music around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We certainly have. But like, I guess my big question about the verse is, are the other things that he lists significant? Like the fact that his house is blue, and his car is blue, and his girlfriend is blue, and the people are blue, and everything, like the words are like, it's all blue. Is it just that everything is blue, or do those specific things mean something? And I can't really find that much there.
So what we can work with here is things he's consciously chosen to put in his life. His house, his window, his car, and his girlfriend are blue.
His fancy car.
But also the things around him, including trees. Trees would being the biggest tell of something that our man can have no influence over.
Sure.
Because you could say he picked a blue neighborhood, blue streets, blue people in that blue neighborhood, sure. But objects outside of this man's control are also blue.
They're also blue.
And his girlfriend is so blue, not just blue.
So blue. More blue than most people.
Excessively blue.
I wonder if he's trying to say, like, so hot or something. Or, I don't know, like, why say... Because I don't know if he ever, like, describes it about anything else.
Yeah, he doesn't really get into levels of blue, except to describe his girlfriend. It could be, like, a so hot. Like, because I live in a blue world, I value blue things particularly. Yeah. So my girlfriend is, of course, exceedingly blue.
Yeah. I thought it was just kind of funny. It's like, you know, when you're talking to like a preteen, they're like, yeah, I have a girlfriend. It's like, okay, cool.
Great, dude. She's so blue.
I have a house and a Corvette and like a really cute girlfriend.
Wow. So blue, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what the words the kids are saying these days, but I can relate. So blue.
So blue. And so the significance, to kind of break it down, is things he has control over and are physical manifestations, his house, car, and girlfriend. Things he does not have control over and are still physical, like the streets and the trees and other people. And then more metaphysical things, his words and his feelings, are also colored blue. So it gives us a sort of complete image of this filter that Jeffrey J is trying and failing to inform us about through these words.
Yeah. It's all filtered, but it means whatever you want it to mean, man.
Man,
It's
put
just
through
blue.
your filter, dude.
It does. I mean, really, is listing a bunch of things and the adjective for everything is replaced with the color blue.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is blue.
Everything's blue.
I just remembered you guys went to Italy a couple years ago.
We did.
We did.
Would you say it's kind of like a blue place? Like, what color would you describe, if you were going to pick a color, what would you describe Italy to be?
Is Adobe a color?
I would, Adobe, not the software company.
No, like a...
The sort of sandy, like brownish color.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. That's the choice I would use. Except
All
then
right.
you go to Venice, and sure, everything's surrounded by blue.
Right, Venice is off-white.
Yeah, Venice is more off-white, too. If you get outside of it to the islands around there, very colorful. There's some rainbow structures.
Yeah,
some
Venice
bright
is
pink and blue.
White and blue, yeah. It's a little blue
Yeah.
in Venice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Venice, red, white, and blue.
Never
I've
been to
always said.
Turin.
No.
Wait, is Turin even in? No, wait, where was this? Where did they
Turin,
come
yeah.
from? Turin?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Right, that's in Italy. Okay, Torino. Yeah.
Turin. I never
Yeah.
heard of it before watching the Vice documentary.
I'm only familiar with the Shroud of Turin, but I won't bring up any more religious artifacts this episode.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. We often get derailed by your listing of religious artifacts.
And the movie Gran Torino, which I think is
And the
about a
movie.
car, actually.
Okay.
But
Yeah, isn't there like a Fast and Furious Gran Torino or something like that?
there's a Gran Turismo movie.
There's a Gran
Turismo,
Turismo
okay.
movie
There
with
we go. Close enough.
David Harbour. Is David Harbour in that?
I didn't see it.
And Orlando Bloom. You know what? Not seeing a movie, not an excuse to not know the actors in it, Alex. That's all of the lyrics, though. They repeat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Afterwards.
it's repetitive. There's a lot of Ba Dees. There's almost as many Ba Dies. Possibly the same number, actually.
What's interesting is here on Google, it shows that the songwriters are all three of the members. But in the documentary, the Vice documentary, it just says that Jeffrey J wrote the music.
He
So
wrote
when
the
we talk about
lyrics, right?
songwriting, often
Okay.
people conflate it with lyric writing. At least I used to. But when
Mhm.
they're crediting it, they're considering both the instrumental side and the lyrical side.
Okay.
Yeah, and production stuff. So
Massimo should be in here because he's the one that said
Yeah, he
Ba
should
Dee.
be.
Massimo, yeah, he contributed, and we know Maurizio wrote the piano part.
That's right. They call him Maury, though.
Maury.
Mm.
I just like to say Maurizio Lobina.
Maurizio. Love is a Z that has a little to it, you know?
Oh yeah, I could even be doing it wrong, but I think that's it.
No, I think you're doing it correctly. What we're going to do correctly is talk about the instrumentation in this song, what it sounds
really
like.
the important part.
Really the important part. A little difficult to do because we are using the music video as our source material for this. For some reason, Tidal's collection of Eiffel 65 tracks is pretty much nothing.
Yeah, lacking this. It is on Spotify. I did pop over to Spotify just to listen to this version.
Okay, so can you confirm, does the actual mix open with laser sounds?
No.
Okay,
Doesn't.
that's what I figured. I'm not using Spotify.
No, it does. Sorry.
It does.
Okay. Hang on, I'm adjusting volume over here.
Okay.
I don't think this is getting recorded. There are
I can't
laser
hear it on
sounds.
my end, which would seem to confirm that it's not
That's
being
good. There
recorded.
are laser sounds. The thing that's different is there's a little sound when he's getting abducted in the music video.
Mhm.
That's not in the track. But that's the only thing I could find that
I
was
figured
different.
there was some laser noises that were diegetic to the music video and not necessarily the music.
Yeah, at least in the like Gabri Ponte like ice mix or whatever.
Ice pop mix.
Ice
how dare
pop
you.
mix, thank you. Yeah, we don't get we do get the lasers rather.
We do get the lasers. God bless. Maybe that's what he added. Who knows? Nobody knows, apparently.
Yeah, that's Gabri Ponte's.
Okay, really randomly going back to the lyrics, I'm on a Reddit page, which is obviously a great place to start for research. And this person has kind of convinced me that it is a song about depression because he's like, hey, there's this little guy. And like the way he uses little gives me like kind of depression vibes because you do feel little when you are depressed. And then his whole world is blue all day and all night. Everything he sees is just blue. And then he has a line that says, "'Cause he ain't got nobody to listen." So it's just like, and he says it twice. So he says that this person says that it's a line referring to how people suffer from depression. And they don't think they have people that could understand or they can turn to. And you know, he talks quite a bit about this house and a window, and that's kind of like a sign of depression when you don't want to leave your home and you're
fixating on something.
Yes, yeah. And then he also mentions like that he has a girlfriend. She's so blue, and he was saying that sometimes we can make people around us be sad, and you know, it's his girlfriend, and he specifically mentions that she is so blue, so maybe he's kind of, you know, weighing her down with his depression or sadness. And so I don't know, he does say it's not about being sad, but this Reddit page, I swear, has me convinced.
It really does seem that way. I agree.
Right.
There are definitely lines where it really feels like it's sad, and it's written in a minor key.
That. Yeah, it is written in a minor key.
So that's the sad kind of key.
I would say my interpretation of Little Guy is it's about aliens, and in Jeffrey J's eyes, aliens are little guys.
So
as we see.
Did they have the aliens already figured out?
I do have another quote from Jeffrey J here.
Okay.
That he says, "I started thinking about this character I invented called Zorotl and the lifestyle he led, from the way he would buy his house, pick his girlfriend, his job, or the neighborhood he would live in. Then I came up with a color I thought described the way he saw things."
And then a website? Did you say Zorotl.com earlier? Is that what that was?
I said Zorotl.com earlier, Alex.
Oh, man. Yeah. I guess he was thinking of all these things at once.
Yes.
We do contain multitudes.
We do contain multitudes. We do think of little guys when we think of aliens. So yeah, there's absolutely room to interpret this as being a depression song, some kind of depression anthem.
Yeah. I've definitely listened to the song, and like, you know, those songs that talk about sadness and you're kind of like, you know what, I can dance to this. Like, there's that song by Alice DJ called Better Off Alone. You're better off alone. Yeah, it's kind of like some of those like kind of breakup songs that you can listen to, and you can kind of dance to. That's kind of how I felt this song was. Sorry, like got so into it, hit the microphone. But yeah, like it's kind of nice being able to like dance around and be like, you know, I am blue, but I can jump around and dance and have fun and
like a dancing. What is it?
Dancing on my own.
Dancing on my own. That's it.
Robyn.
Yeah, that kind of song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's what you people get out of the song, that's great. Mostly what I get out of it is lasers and a little piano arpeggio. Yeah,
I mean, that piano arpeggio comes in pretty quick. And the vocals, too. In my memory, it was piano for like a bit, but the vocals come right in. And it's now Listen Up, Here's a Story.
Yeah, right into it.
And I gotta say, like, this is true of his vocals for like most of the thing, but it feels like a very like casual delivery. I believe you said it was the first take?
Yes.
Yeah, it has first take energy.
It has first take energy. It is like Italian man raised in Brooklyn, then back in Italy for a long time. Like his voice has a bit of both. It's a strange voice, and it's in this like 90s half rapped style.
Yeah, where it's like
even opening with "Yo, listen up."
Yo, listen up.
Is just like a slight advancement on the 80s. My name is this, and I'm here to say,
yo, this is my name. That kind of thing.
Yes. So we've got that happening. We've got the piano arpeggio, and that's kind of the verse, isn't it? It's a very like sparse first verse.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a low synth bass, and the drum beat comes in here too, right?
Oh yeah, a little.
But just a little bit. I do And then there's like an explosion sound effect, which might be only in the video. I don't remember. But yeah, that's kind of the sound of it. Yeah. And
we really get, so that to listen line, to really let it impact you, we do get an instrumental break there.
This is, which part is this?
You're looking at about 33 seconds.
Oh, okay, right, in the chorus there.
Yeah, right before the chorus, rather.
Oh, right before the chorus. I see. Yeah, and like builds that, kind of builds that tension.
To listen.
And then there's the chorus. I mean, the chorus is huge, right?
The chorus is huge. I'm blue da ba dee da ba die. The vocals. So how they did this, people thought it was auto-tune. It was actually inspired by auto-tune. But they didn't know that that's what Cher was using. I believe it was Cher.
Right, yeah.
Do you believe?
Yes. So, and they also didn't use a vocoder, although they often call it a vocoder. It's a vocal harmonizer. So essentially sampling Jeffrey J's vocals and then having that splayed out across a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah, and just kind of like playing that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does end up with a similar sound to a vocoder, but it's not technically the same thing. I think some of the other versions use a vocoder.
Yeah, they definitely do. And I think a vocoder may be easier to do.
Yeah, because it just does it on its own kind of thing.
Like guys just kind of trying to do something the wrong way, but it still works.
Yeah, because they only have a hammer, so, they need to hit the nail, right? Because they're working in some random building in Italy.
Yeah, they're working at the Blisco Studios. The back end of Italy.
Yeah. This is also where we get... Okay, so we're in the chorus, right?
Yes.
This is something I've kind of pointed out at times before. I'm just going to jump to it so I can hear it. The drums feel like... I don't know. You get this back and forth between the drums and bass, where the drums play all the downbeats and then the bass play all the backbeats. They trade off. It's enough stress on the drum, but I don't know why I'm pointing that out. I just noted it.
Okay, because the drum does change on this from just kick to then a little kick and hi-hat in the second half of it.
That's true.
So you're talking more about the first half?
Talking about the first half.
Okay, yeah. And the bass is doing, it's like a two-note kind of gallop. It's a bum, 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 bum. So it is doing an emphasis on the note that's not with the kick drum, and then it's lighter on the note that is with the kick drum. So I can see where you're getting that back and forth.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, anyway.
That's what it sounds like, dude.
That's the sounds, man.
That's the sounds, and that's what people come to us for, is to hear these sounds described.
Which we can do with words. Successfully, you be the judge of that.
Our listeners say no. Judging by volume of listens, we would love to get 200 listens on an episode.
Ooh. We have before, right?
We have, just not in as quick of a time as Eiffel 65 maybe sold 200 records.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So we get that, and it's worth noting that the vocals on this, their melody and the piano arpeggio melody are essentially the same.
Yeah, there's one really strong melody, and it's a strong melody. There's a reason why they heard the sound through the wall and were like, yeah, I could do something with let's do something with that.
Yeah, they're like, hey, this fucking rules.
Yeah.
It does. It's great.
And then after the chorus, they play it on the piano.
Yeah, is that where they switch it to a bigger hype up synth? Yeah, at around 104.
Yeah, it is.
So that's kind of your big change. So to break down that chorus again, it's it starts out sparse on both the drum and bass, with just the vocals really hidden. And then second half, drums pick up slightly, the melody piano comes back, and then boom, we go out of the chorus by doing the melody on now this much larger sounding synth.
Yeah, and then there's they do a little transition out, just keep the beat rolling a bit.
And we have the introduction of higher synths, these sort of they would be almost violin sustains.
Yeah.
Filling out that treble end.
Right at the end.
Getting us in treble. And then we get into a sort of disco funk kind of zone on verse 2.
Is that because of the bass plays the...
Yeah, it does this climb up, and it has a sound that certain artists will note is similar to music that Daft Punk makes.
There's definitely some similarities.
Definitely some similarities there. Daft Punk has gone on record as saying they like this song, Blue Ba Dee.
Okay.
So there is also some connective tissue there.
They said je t'aime? No,
Yeah.
that means I love you. Never mind.
Hey, maybe they really did. Maybe they temmed the fucking shit out of this song, Alex.
Yeah.
That's Daft Punk.
I mean, there is
Francophone.
Eiffel in their name.
It's true. They pretend to be kind of French.
Yeah. Well, you did make.
I thought they might have been
that.
French.
Yeah. It's funny because 100% Italian, 0% French, and 100% blue.
Should call themselves Leaning Pisa.
Leaning
okay.
Pisa. 65.
65.
98. I don't know.
Yeah.
When was this? Who knows?
So yeah, we hit verse 2. This boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom,
that's
boom,
going
boom,
on.
boom,
The
boom,
vocals,
boom,
they
boom,
keep up their harmonization, but like they're just going kooky now.
boom. Yeah.
He's doing his like, oh my now.
Yeah, it is reminiscent of something, but yeah, he is getting goofy with it. Plus, they're doing some of that vocal harmonizer work on it.
Yes, that's all there too. Which kind of wasn't. Well, I guess it wasn't in the intro, but
It
it's
wasn't
been
in
there
the intro,
since.
and like I think Maurizio shows you that in that Vice video. Because he's like, check it out. Here's just, and it's like the first verse. He's like, that's just Jeffrey J's vocals. And then he takes you to this one and he shows you for the line, blue is the color of all that I wear. He specifically put, he specifically puts the effect on there. He's like, I was artistia as a choice.
Oh
That was
yeah,
a French
It's a
accent,
choice.
but
I do remember that line. It's like great, awesome.
Just when you said it with that accent, I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Rings a bell.
Yeah,
yeah,
Is that
he did say
Italian
that.
guy?
Sorry, I'm like looking at all the comments because all the comments on YouTube kill me. It's like I think I downloaded the wrong version of Avatar, and I think this was Avatar before it was Avatar. There was an Avatar.
Yeah, which it was also kind of reboot because they were kind of blue in that too.
Yeah,
They were a bit blue in that. Sometimes a little more turquoise,
Just a
but
little more turquoise, but blue enough.
definitely blue enough.
yeah. I was kind of hoping one of our covers is David Guetta with Bebe Rexha. I was hoping she would be blue in the video. She wasn't.
Just blue.
Yeah.
Clothing.
Blue clothing. Yeah, like the blue.
I mean, there's
latex.
a lot of clothing in that video.
Yeah, and yet not that much.
Yeah. A lot of costume changes, not a lot of fabric.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, that's
Especially, see, there was like a random shot of David Guetta without a shirt, and I'm like, okay, we get it. You have a 6-pack, okay.
yeah, he gets to have his glory moment. I love how separated he is from everything else in the music video.
Yeah. I'm
But-
sure they didn't have much time to shoot together.
We'll get to more of that later.
Yeah,
I mean, they
we
were on
will.
stage together in that music. They surely had
They
some
are, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, so the second verse, and this is maybe we've kind of slowed down on this because this is essentially, we're reaching the end of new structural bits.
There's not much out. Like, there's the little things like there's like a synth laser blast sound leading into the next chorus, but like, what else actually happens? Yeah, they do the things, they do the same sounds, and like it's the ups and downs, and the things cut out so we can cut down. But it's not that different, right?
Yeah, it's once we hit it, it's a dance track. So
Yeah.
we're not doing prog rock here. We're not doing something that's meant to really change up and surprise you. You're meant to understand what the song is and then dance to it.
And then we do.
And
I
that
was.
is-
I know I was.
Alex is, I hear him dancing right now.
Yeah.
But that's the song. It kind of ends on a fade out.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty small. Like, it's pretty well. Okay, hang on. So the ending, at least in the version on Spotify, is
Mhm.
like an explosion. There's like a
Okay.
fairly sudden with a small explosion sound.
Right. I think that is
Does
the
that
same
happen in the video?
as the music video. Yeah, but it does. I'm using fade out very loosely in that it's
Right.
like die and then that part fades out. But yeah, it's not
Okay.
like a traditional fade out where shit is clearly still going on. That's very much a definite ending.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Just making sure.
You've made sure, Alex. Now we got to talk about this fucking music.
Yeah. Let's talk about this music video.
Which it's clear you're woefully under researched for because you don't even know who Zorotl is.
I don't even know who Zorotl is. I didn't look up the name.
I know. Well, Alex.
It has a long name.
Yes.
Did you see that? Snake, the the full name of it?
Yeah, his name is, I'm trying to find, I'm on Zorotl.com right now. Zorotl Sushik 4 is
Right,
his full
okay.
name.
But okay, I saw somewhere it was like Zorotl Tlekuyuko in brackets Zorotl and then Sushik 4. Yeah.
So Zorotl's short for Zorotl Kutlekale.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's a lot of
Quetzalcoatl.
lore behind this. There was essentially an idea to spin off Zorotl into his own musical entity.
Which I guess is not so far-fetched for the time. Like, when was Crazy Frog? Or The Annoying Thing, or whatever?
Crazy Frog, after this, I should hope.
Okay. Guess maybe this is early on, but, like, you know, other things did that.
Yeah, Crazy Frog is 2003, so this is ahead of the curve. But
Okay.
it's like,
Close.
Eiffel 65 had one really big hit, and they're trying to spin off another guy on that. So Zorotl actually appears in 4 music videos, 3 Eiffel 65 ones, and 1 Zorotl music video that never, I think the song never officially got released. But
Okay.
you
Wow.
can find the music video online.
Just Zorotl.
Yeah, just Zorotl. Okay, so I did create a quiz that I was going to use as a bonus segment, but I actually came up with a better bonus segment. So now I can just tell you these as fun facts.
Please.
So the name of the alien planet that they go to in this music video is called Tukon 4. That's
Lovely.
Tukon and then the number 4.
And I love that they love numbers.
Wait, they go to a
Yeah.
planet?
Yes.
Seems more like a space station to me, but well.
Alex, if you go towards the end of that video where it says, in fact, I'm looking at the 303 timestamp where there's a message that says, please come back. That planet is not Earth because they come back to perform for the
Oh,
aliens,
yep,
which
I
you
see
can tell
that.
by the space there.
Oh, they do? Oh, they turn around. They U-turn. All right,
They
I got you.
U-turn. Alex, this is...
I
the
missed
fact
some
that
crucial
you're
plot
not
elements.
familiar with Zorotl, his mission to discover the universal language, and then the evil Psyox 6 who abducts Jeffrey J in order to subjugate the populace of Tukon 4 with music. I mean, you might as well not even watch the music video.
I know.
Alex. You're
I'm really
unprepared.
glad you didn't do that quiz as a bonus segment because I would have gotten 0 out of 10.
But that was the problem with it, is that either you did or did not find Zorotl.com.
And I sadly did not. Did you find
Sadly did
Zorotl.com?
not.
I did not.
But you knew the name at least.
But I read somewhere that he was meant to be a malicious character, but because of his round body and like just the way his body was shaped, they decided to change the script and make him a tender, happy character.
Sure, he's a booba.
Right.
From the experiment, was it
From the
Booba
experiment
and
And Kiki, right?
Kiki? Booba and Kiki? How are you familiar with that?
No.
There's like 2 shapes, and one is like sharp and one is rounded. And then they just like gave those shapes to people and said, one of these is Kiki and one of these is Booba. Which one do you think is which? And like most people pick the rounded shape as Booba because it's like, I don't know, because the word
A
sounds
bubble
soft.
or-
Yeah, because like the
Exactly.
rounded sound of the name, like goes with the rounded sound, the shape
Yeah.
of the object.
So he's a Booba.
He's a booba, but there is still an evil character in this, Psyox
Right.
6,
Yeah, who's also blue.
who looks exactly the same.
And also, they do kill a lot of
They
little blue men.
they fuck up
And
a
women?
lot of little blue guys.
Little blue guys.
More evidence that those guys are depressed because they can't take on some Italians.
Can't take on just 2 random Italians.
They kind of look like ants.
Like from the movie Ants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The way that their body's shaped.
And it's like early CGI kind of sheen to them.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they have like this like weird thing strapped across their body. I don't know what that's supposed to be, like a gun holster or something. And the way that they run, it's like with
They
such
do.
purpose.
And headbang.
And headbanging, yeah.
Headbanging, yes. So we got to break this down.
yeah,
so we
let's go
open
through
up
the
with a
plot.
sort of panopticon. It's some kind of device with a bunch of arms on it, and each arm has a TV on it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It doesn't last for very long.
Well, it's how we get in. It's
It
how we
is.
know to listen up.
Yep.
We get to see each of the band members in their little TV, and then it shortly cuts to them at a show.
Yeah, and this whole thing is filmed in front of a green screen, so everything is like early CGI.
Yeah, so this
Cheap
this
CGI.
was cutting edge at the time.
Eh,
It took them, I got fucking notes on this.
It's like a few months, right?
They had an exact date. I don't think it was a few months. I could be wrong here. So this was made by Blisco Media, which is the computer graphics division.
Okay.
3ds Max was the graphics pro. Yeah, you're right. 2 to 3 months. My bad. David Lasala was part of the team. He says, we had a brainstorming session and we were a very imaginative team. Huge fans of sci-fi movies and video games, Blade Runner, Star Wars, etc. We were masters in doing our best and working with the few tools we had to create complete short stories in a very short period of time. So this is 5 people working on this.
Yeah, in the Vice video, they specifically call out Metal Gear Solid, so that's fun.
Are you guys familiar with that game?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
It's a classic.
We could talk about it for a while if you want
It's
to.
one of the few in video games like auteur designers behind that game, Hideo Kojima.
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting time. There's a lot there. There's a lot
there. Kojima, also a man who loves David Bowie and models a lot of characters after him.
True.
So, also just a strange guy. But yeah, worth looking into. I see some of that just in that word, a lot of metal buildings in this, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the look, and like everything's really shadowy.
Yeah, and dudes with guns. I see inspiration from like Mortal Kombat. There's like a very clear 2D fighter scene that occurs in this music video.
True, they got that. Yeah, the like side view on the martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I mean, and how do we get there, right? Like, the 3 guys are performing on this CGI stage, and then Jeffrey J gets abducted by what's the alien's name?
Psyox 6.
Psyox 6.
Using a paralyzing ray, which of course you would know if you...
Yeah, well, I knew he was in stasis because he totally freezes and doesn't seem to realize that he's on a different planet when he gets unfrozen.
Well, you would know that with the paralyzing ray, it's so instantaneous that the person who's paralyzed doesn't even know that it's happened.
I should have known.
All publicly available on www.zorotl.com, Alex.
Oh, man. I mean, some of that you can get from watching the video.
Certainly, some of it is context clues, but...
Yeah, so he gets abducted mid-jump.
He gets abducted mid-jump, and then Psyox 6 and his goonie, his crony, they take off, and they're like, well, surely there's going to be no problems. Little do they realize Eiffel 65 has their own Star Cruiser.
Which I did not expect.
No.
But they're able to travel interplanetarily.
Interplanetarily, yeah. So Gabri and Maurizio strap up, they get their goggles on, and they go right after him.
Yeah, they get their like space jumpsuits on.
Yeah,
which
they
are
in
blue?
fact get in front of the spaceship and make a little face at the other guys.
Right. Yeah. I don't think they took these aliens very seriously.
Certainly not.
That's how they should have known Gabri was not going to be a good...
Yeah, he's not taking this abduction very seriously.
He's not. But I did want to note their hair is very 2000s.
Oh, man.
Like the bleach
yeah.
and so...
Yeah, they are right on the times with those hairstyles.
Oh, man. What a time that was.
So, yeah, we get a lot of, like, dudes running in hallways. Just kind of, not even a real reason for it. We just see dudes running in hallways.
Very, like, alien-looking hallways to me.
Of course, because they are aliens.
Because they are aliens. No, but I mean, like, the movie Alien.
Oh, okay, like the
Ridley
movie
Scott's
Alien. Yeah.
But there's, like, a red light flashing.
That's true.
So it's almost like an alarm is going off, and they're running.
Yeah.
Because they're being invaded by 2 Italian men.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Italy's declared war on these aliens.
Yeah, with Kamehameha blasts.
Yeah, they seem to have key power or something. They're shooting out energy blasts later.
They can also do martial arts.
Yeah, but our next big beat is
aliens.
the paralyzed Jeffrey J being transported on like a little dolly.
Mm-hmm. Through one of those hallways. All of which look about the same.
I do like it's like 135, 137.
Yeah.
Just a dude doing kicks.
Right. That was just so funny.
Yeah.
It's like right when you finish karate class and you come home and just like karate chop and like do like show off your moves and you're like,
you're like, this is what I learned today.
Yeah. Look how far I can jump.
No reason for that alien to be doing that. Nobody else is around.
No, I have to assume they like rotoscoped a guy because it's fairly smooth. But it doesn't look like it's someone who knows how to kick. Anyway, it's very funny.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of footage. We then, after some more dudes get shot by Eiffel 65, we see the concert that Jeffrey J's been transported to.
Yeah, and he's like surprised. He's like keeps performing for a bit, and then he's like, "What?"
Yeah, he like takes a break to look at the audience and is like, "Oh, hang on,
everything is blue, just like in the song I'm singing."
Just like in the song. Yeah, what a coincidence.
I know.
Some great martial arts action at about 2:20.
Yep. They're just doing martial arts just through the station.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking, wow, this place is out of this world. I know, I spend way too much time with Alex, and I've become one of
You become just like him. Well, you fit in here on a show that is 50% Alex.
Yeah, but there's a lot of just like fighting their way through the ship, and then Gabri, I think, swings.
I believe, yeah. Gabri swings in
to save
and
Jeff.
Saves Jeff, and then they get out of there. And then, as they're leaving, a message is projected by Zorotl, who does this to help Cleverlys, who comes to him for help.
Even though Cleverlys is the villain?
Yeah, Cleverlys sees the error of his ways because the people on Toucan 4 are now too excited by music.
Oh my gosh. Their
Yeah.
blood is boiling.
So they send out a psychic message. You don't even know that the Toucanians speak in a multi-dimensional language.
I did not know that.
And it's upsetting to me.
I don't perceive language in multi-dimensions.
Well, that's their problem. That's why Zorotl's trying to find the universal language, which, spoiler alert, is music. They say, please come back. The guys see the sign. They figure, hey, might as well. And they perform live with Zorotl at whatever their stadium is.
Yeah, see, I didn't catch the part where they did a U-turn and turned back. I thought they just went back to Earth, but then all the aliens were on Earth. Which didn't make much sense.
In fact, it makes no sense. And that's the music video.
Yeah, that's the music video.
Well,
that's the music video.
Is
that's
it the Zorotl is up, or is that the bad guy?
As I understand it from Zorotl.com, that is Zorotl.
Okay. Just jamming on stage.
Yeah. And it says in that very moment, he understood that, yes, music was the form of communication he was looking for.
Incredible. Zorotl saved this whole alien race, who all wear bullets, I believe.
Yeah, they all have bandoliers for some reason.
With bullets on them. So that sounds dangerous.
They are perhaps a warrior race.
Of blue man.
But we've got a race on to talk about some covers.
We do. We got some covers.
After this short break.
We're
back. Talking Bonnaroo in the year 2013.
Talking Bonnaroo, but like Bannaroo.
Bannaroo, what is?
I don't know how to say it, but it's not like Bonnaroo the event.
It's not Bonnaroo the event. It's B-A-N-A-Roo.
B-A-N-A-Roo.
Yes. The band is Bonnaroo.
Yeah, they're like a German group that has some success. I don't know too much about
Let me tell you everything Alex, come on, you don't know about Zorotl, and now you don't know about Bonnaroo. So a German pop group, active from 2005 to 2008, then briefly resurrected in 2013. The thing is, they are not the same group. This is the second lineup consisting of Dora Farkas, Laura Lupino, Alvin Phillips, and Daniel Langer.
Oh, I should have known.
None of the original members. So what happened is the original band was cast on a reality show. I think in 2005, that's the thing to do. The record label then just put a new band together several years later to kind of cash in
the same name
on some of that success.
Sweet.
And
this is like Kid Devo.
Yeah, like Kid Devo, but without Mark Mothersbaugh behind it.
Yeah.
This is just cash grab. Essentially, Eiffel 65 is like when a record label accidentally does a good job. Bonnaroo is the rest of the time.
Yeah, I really don't think this version was all that successful. That's just my opinion.
I mean, there's not much noteworthy about it.
Yeah. What did you think of Bonna, these German guys?
I thought it was the cover that probably sounded the closest to this.
They don't do a lot with it, do they?
No.
It to a point where I thought we talked about like lullaby covers on the show previously, which past guest Ruby Swan revealed to us are largely just people replacing the sound files on audio tracks.
Right, they'll get a MIDI file and then they just change what sounds are triggered by the yeah.
And this sounds a lot like that.
Yeah, and then like the other stuff, like the vocals and things, I don't know. The whole thing to me, it almost seemed like they were going for like a lo-fi sound, but to me it just sounded like cheap and small.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like the robo-style talk almost evokes like cheap electronics or something
yeah,
lo-fi.
It's like a speak and spell.
Yes.
This is like a Limp Bizkit cover to reference last week.
Yeah, what is this, Limp Bizkit?
Listen, what do they say in that?
They say discover L-I-M-P. Saying it.
So, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Questionable.
It's questionable. I mean, the answer to the question is obvious. This record label wanted to make some money.
Yeah, clearly. But, like, I don't know. It ends up being, like, kind of a bit simplified. But then it's like, okay, they got, like, a synthy piano sound. They got an organ for harmony. And then just, like, this really generic, like, bright synth. And it's just also trebly and up in the higher end and, like, metallic. And, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it much at all.
And this is where we're brushing up against the other issue, is that whoever is singing this doesn't know it like Jeffrey J knows it.
It's true.
This is my...
Nobody does.
I'm going to hammer on this the rest of the episode.
Very unique to Jeffrey J.
Jeffrey J believes in the lyrics, he believes in the message, and it is that tiny difference on the vocal track that means everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you are a one-hit wonder, kind of in North America, then you kind of need to legitimize yourself to be like, look, guys, this wasn't an accident. This is well thought out.
Right, it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta buy your own shit. You have to believe in yourself.
Right.
And I respect that, but I also don't believe in Jeffrey J. That's not true. I believe
he's a real guy. You can look him up. Are you saying that you don't believe in him because his name is actually Gianmarco Randoni?
I believe in Gianmarco Randoni.
Oh, sorry, it's Gianfranco.
Gianfranco.
I did that to trick you. You'll believe anything
else.
No,
I guess I don't believe in this guy.
Just a fool to believe. Yeah, not much to say about this one. Anything we've left on the table here?
No.
Okay, we are moving. I have 2017 with Jonathan Young, Travis Carte, and Toxicxeternity.
As do I.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. I had these a bit out of order.
I can see that on the playlist.
I fixed
have you updated it? Let me see it. It's maybe giving me the old one. Oh, it's fixed now. God bless. YouTube guys. What if 3 YouTube guys got together?
And did this. Now, we've talked about some of these at least.
Jonathan Young, for sure.
Yeah, and Travis Carte was on, I think. We talked about him for Life is a Highway. Talked about the two of them together.
Okay.
And I think possibly also on Everybody Backstreet's Back. But I don't know if we've talked about this Toxicxeternity. But he does like metal video game covers. So we might have talked about him.
It's possible. I don't think
I couldn't
haven't seen him in this music video, which is just them playing in a space. His name's Jack Flagler.
Yeah.
Or Flagler, maybe. Jonathan Young, of course, a YouTube guy who works in a lot of nerd spaces. His website promotes like his Magic the Gathering work, Baldur's Gate covers he's done. And Travis Carte is predominantly like a director.
Yeah, I saw his
short films and ads, I think.
Page on something like
IMDb.
LinkedIn.
I found him. Oh, and I found his LinkedIn too.
But he also does these metal vocals, I guess.
Yeah, I hope he sees me. I hope he checks his LinkedIn and it's like, this dude was looking at your profile.
Like, oh, Van Porter looking at my profile.
What the fuck? But this is what they created, and it is something. There's an idea of this. A metal cover can work here, especially if you take the depression angle. There is something about this that feels like 3 different guys working on one project and things don't quite mesh.
And the music video kind of looks like that too, if I can reference that early on.
Sure.
Because it sort of looks like there's 3 guys, they're all doing things, but not at the same time. And when the other 2 or 1 or 2 are not doing something, they're just kind of hanging out and like being goofy.
Yeah,
it really does feel like that, right?
That loose goofiness of an earlier era, of a pre-COVID era, where it's just like, oh, we're guys on the internet.
Hey,
this is fun.
Yeah. How did you feel about the metalness of it all? And
it was interesting. I do like the guitar on this. I did like that. I was kind of wanting to figure out how it would sound. So like minus the metal, just like using the original song, adding a guitar in the back and seeing how that would sound. I really like some of the guitar solos too, where he's kind of shredding a little bit there. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I do think the guitar is a standout, and I assume that's Toxicxeternity or Jack Flager.
Yeah, seems to be. And he does, everyone like kind of does a decent job. I think I've said this about Jonathan Young before, but like, I don't love how he does his vocals. He does a lot of processing, and I think that takes a lot of like power out of them.
I agree.
And that's kind of like one of my bigger issues with this version. I thought it was like decent overall. I see what you mean about like it being a bit disconnected. There's a few parts I liked, like right as they're building into the chorus, there's like a really like cacophonous section where everything's really like grating, which I find is a good way to build tension in a song.
Sure,
and then especially in a like huge chorus like this, the release of tension is like so big.
Yeah.
That if you really build that tension, everything's happening. Like, mostly because like the vocals there are particularly like amelodic. You know, he's like screaming, and the guitar's going, and the drums are going, and everything's just like, it's like too much, and then just like, okay, now it's going.
Yeah, I think I find a real struggle with that shift, not the shift itself, but when we hit when we're in the verse, we're like really like heavy metal, we're doing really growly vocals, and then we do such a heavy shift to like intensely pop vocals. Yeah,
almost like epic metal, but the way he mixes them, like we said, it like pulls some of that energy out.
Yeah, it pulls some of that out, and it seems like their guitarist is somebody who can do both the heavy stuff and the more like epic metal, like kind of high up shredding. And so he's able to play both sides. But it feels like we all need to be on maybe just one side.
Right.
Because they also end the chorus with this big, like, epic lift of, Ba Dee! And then so I'm just, and again, this is a question of what do people think this song is? What do they think they are singing? And what am I supposed to get from it?
Yeah, and I mean, especially in 2017, not that it's necessarily less true now, with a YouTube cover where they're just being silly, it just feels like a novelty, right?
Yeah.
Which a lot of them actually do. So.
But the original song is already the novelty.
Yeah.
And so we go through this eras of like ironic listening to genuine listening to then post-genuine ironic, we're going to do a cover of it, wouldn't that be neat? The question is why?
The question is often why.
The question is often why, and I don't have an answer for this one. But yeah, love the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else on this one?
Like I said, I thought there were some solid parts to it.
Yeah.
They are having fun in the music video. They're just kind of like dancing and kind of jumping around. And
they are.
Having fun, so that's cool.
Which I do think, to a degree, really matches up with kind of how the original music video goes, right? Because it's a bunch of guys pretending to kick things in front of a green screen, you know?
That's true. There is an element of fun to it.
Yeah. And is there a bit of a blue lens on this?
Seems to be.
Like a
dog, you better believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, essentially, I feel like every music video has to bring in blue some way, and most of them just do like some blue light.
Yeah, let's just do an overlay. Yeah. If it's even light, it's like we lit everything white and then added a blue filter. But it's blue.
Yeah. It's your classic music video. It's them in like a studio space. Any exciting moments you want to bring up from it? Anyone? Anything?
Anyone? Not really. I mean, they're being goofy. So there's a lot of like pretend half-hearted kicking, and they don't have the energy still of those original guys. They were like actually going for it. Where these guys, like you said, there's like this post-irony or something to it where they're like, we can't commit to movement. That would be not cool or something.
That would be not cool. We still have to record for Magic the Gathering later.
Yeah.
We can't lose our street cred.
Exactly.
We can, however, move to the year 2018 to talk about Alex Christensen, the Berlin Orchestra, and the hit act Bars and Melody.
I'm blue, da ba dee da ba die, 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 da ba dee da ba die.
Rappers and Melody, two Welsh rappers.
Yes.
Who were on Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent Series 8, and Simon Cowell fucking loved them.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gave him a golden thumbs up, or I don't know how the show works.
Buzzer, baby.
Yeah.
He smashed the, these guys get to go through to the next round. I don't care what you guys say button.
He likes
Welsh rappers. They were children in 2014. They're basically still children now in 2018. And of course, they're often abbreviated to BAM. They're an R&B rap duo consisting of the rapper Leandre DeVries, I don't know, and singer Charlie Linehan.
Two Welshmen, or Welsh boys.
Welsh boys. And then Alex Christensen and the Berlin Orchestra, we've talked about before for Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah. And I think we've even talked about possibly Alex Christensen without them before.
Have we?
I don't recall. No, actually,
come up in my light search. But Christensen is a German dance music producer, former frontman of a group called U96, and he started working with the Berlin Orchestra in 2017. And has done it continuously, because we talked about him during COVID era.
We did.
Or at least his cover was during COVID era, like peak pandemic.
Right. And he seemed... this is probably going to sound very similar to what I said about that version as well, but the arrangements are really solid. The combination of the electronic production and the orchestra, I think, is well done.
Yeah.
I do think the Berlin Orchestra is great here. I do think there's also an element of their performance style that lends itself to how video game soundtracks are often performed by an orchestra.
Okay.
Which then lends itself backwards to some of the influence of the music video for Blue, which is video game influence. There's sort of a perfect loop there of influences in my ears.
Little video gamey, little bleepy bloopy.
Video gamey, very big without necessarily touching on quote unquote epic.
Right. I guess epic in the sense of like the epic metal where it just builds and builds.
Yeah,
and builds
or your epic trailer music.
Where it feels almost a little artificial because we slowed it down, so it's epic.
Yeah.
I do like how you kind of have the orchestra has its own space to do its orchestra thing, and then they bring in the electronic stuff and they do stuff together, but everything kind of has a space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a song I'd want to listen to, or I'd love to see them perform that live. I thought the orchestra was really great. I was just thinking about how much production value went into this, because I was trying to estimate how much it costs to have it seems like 20 people from an orchestra there. So I thought they did pretty good. I thought it was real funny in the video when Buddy with the white hat takes off his sweater, but just enough to show you his tattoos, and so I think he's really proud of those. And
wearing his shirt like a cape for some reason.
Pulls it half off.
Yeah,
I've done that before. Not in a while, but I've done it.
And now I believe that is Melody.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who was B and who was M.
Yes. I believe that because I think because he opens with what everything's heavily processed here too, so I'm not sure, but I think he is singing that at the start.
Yo, listen. Yeah, it sounds like it. And that's, is this auto-tune now, or are we on a vocoder now? Is this still a harmonizer?
We've probably moved to vocoder. Just judging from the setup, and Alex Christensen, the Berlin Orchestra, seem like the group that just record what they're recording.
Yeah.
So to speak, the video is the recording of the audio.
Yeah. Yeah. That is definitely what we're seeing here.
Yeah. So, big, dramatic strings. I really like them on the second verse, where we typically have that funk bass line that climb up. We instead have these very dramatic strings going kind of down and up. And
we get real on that second verse. That's what I have written down. It's very intense and huge orchestra, lots of big electronic sounds, mostly drums. But I did like that second verse. Things get a little weird there, but I really dug that part. That was the intensity you were talking about, I think.
Yes. What I will say, though, is I do think there is a better version of orchestras and dance music coming together.
Right. Yeah.
And that is, of course, the song of Fifth of Beethoven. I wish you may be familiar with. It's that one that goes. "Da-na-na-na, boom, 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 boom." It's like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony combined with disco.
Okay.
Famously in the film Saturday Night Fever, as well as the
Saturday
video game Little Big Planet 2.
Oh, yes. Okay. I did play Little Big Planet too.
Yes.
I know that song.
You know that song. But sort of a more masterful combining, I think, of the two genres here.
Fair enough.
Though this is still, I think, great orchestra. I question the involvement of bars and melody here, I suppose.
Yes, I think the vocals were not that great here.
Mhm.
I thought melody was a little bit better than bars, but yeah, I thought they both just didn't really do it justice. I don't know if it's because of like the program they used to alter their voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It is heavy.
It's
It's
a
a
lot.
really heavy hand on that program.
Yeah.
And I think you got it too, because like I'm assuming of bars and melody is more the singer, and bars is more the rapper, just based on their names.
I mean,
Because that's what they both have,
Yeah.
presumably.
mhm.
Other than a Welsh citizenship. I don't know why I'm pushing that so hard.
Yeah, what is your thing with
They're
the
from
Welsh,
Wales, man.
Alex? Is that okay?
I don't know yet.
Yet.
I'll get
Okay.
back to you on that.
All right. Well, everything in the music video, at least the scenes they show, are just pure London, baby.
Yeah.
Not a Welsh thing in sight, except these two Welsh boys.
Yep. British. though.
And same thing here, though. What's that bridge? No, I think that bridge is London, isn't it? Tower Bridge.
I actually didn't. I actually wasn't sure. Let me look at these external shots again.
I'm surprised with how concerned you are about what is and isn't Welsh, Alex, that you weren't looking this up.
Well, I mean, I didn't really pay. I thought maybe. No, yeah, that.
Didn't really pay
Yep,
attention.
I got it. Continental breakfast, Roman. Yep, Kemp, London, Sovereign. Yeah, that's London. That's London,
Yeah.
baby.
That's London, baby. And it's blue. We got a blue filter over everything.
Oh, there is a blue
Right,
filter.
yeah. I'm
just-
also not a huge fan of, I think we've talked about this, like music videos where someone's touring or recording in the studio, and like they're like taking videos of them taking photos with some person,
Yeah.
I guess a producer. And so I think they put a lot of the budget in the orchestra
Mhm.
and then left very little for other things. So they kind of have these weird shots.
Yeah, and it seems that because they're probably primarily a YouTube act, like that's where they get most of their exposure,
Mhm.
that video is obligatory. Like you have to have it.
Yeah, but if you're putting out a video every week or every month or whatever, it's still.
It's
a lot.
lot of work. But then, like you look at the cameras, like the quality of image is basically as high as you can get.
Yeah.
But what they're shooting isn't necessarily interesting or worthwhile to look at.
Just bars and melody, man.
I know. There's two Welsh boys.
Yeah, something I saw as a comment was, I love the music. If only I could remove the vocal part. And
Yeah.
I feel that.
I'd say that's fair. I'd say keep the Berlin Orchestra. Maybe let Alex Christensen stick around. Get bars and melody out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another comment that says, I don't understand why he took his shirt off. And I also don't understand.
I don't
either.
understand because he doesn't fully take it off either.
No.
And he's the only one who does it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I get it if the studio's running hot or something, but like, you got to think about what it looks like.
I think when you spend, I don't know, he's got his whole, looks like it's most of the arm. I think if you spend a long time getting the tattoo and the money, you kind of want to show it off, and you can't with like a sweater.
Oh, look at that. Got a few
yeah.
tattoos.
And he looks really young, so I feel a little weird looking at him after.
Hey,
he
he's a
does that.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, cool tattoos, but
Yeah, just wear a tank top, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've invented ways to show off your tattoos. Wearing your hoodie as a cape, not one of them.
No. We're a wife respecter, and that's it.
That's
but,
right.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to an act who surely respects their wives. It's 2019's The Cleverlys.
I'm blue, dee da da dee da da dee da da dee I'm blue.
Cleverlys. Yep. This one is like legit a novelty group.
Yes.
Like this is like a bluegrass / comedy group, and they all have like fake names and backstories, and I guess the lineup changes all the time, but they just like come up with a fake story about why this person left.
I
and why a
do
new person
love
came
how
in.
much effort is put into their biography work. I think that's very fun. We've talked about this group before for Walk Like an Egyptian way back in 2019.
Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
That was when they recorded this.
That was when they recorded this. So to summarize these guys, they're essentially Richard Cheese, but of bluegrass.
Yeah, but bluegrass.
Because they do tend to focus on hip hop and R&B, or at least that's how they started out.
Right.
Okay.
And this, Euro pop dance track is not far from that.
No, and that is kind of like the joke is that it's absurd that you're doing this really electronic thing in this very acoustic way, like backcountry kind of way.
Exactly. And they said that their goal was to raise the bar for bluegrass comedy away from the, quote, podunk, hillbilly, blacked-out tooth, bow tie, that type of thing.
I don't know if that makes much sense, but I thought that this is another one that I'm like, there's some good parts to it. I like some things that they do. Some of the stuff is a bit more generic.
This is the secret of this song, is that like the musical like backbone of Ba Dee is very good, and it's very malleable.
Yeah.
You can adapt it to a lot of genres. So yeah, we get like finger picking on this. We got some banjos going.
Yep.
The trouble lies in the lyrics and why you're singing them.
Because only Jeffrey
J knows what this song is about.
It's true. The delivery of the vocals makes things difficult, but the sounds are cool. Like they have a whole bunch of plucked violin that I thought was a mandolin for a while, but they seem to just be doing pizzicato violin. And it's cool. And like they get kind of stanky on the verse. It gets real bassy, and they throw in some like violin harmonics and weird stuff. So like it's neat.
Mm-hmm.
There's some neat stuff.
Yeah, they're playing around here.
Do you have strong feelings about bluegrass as a genre, Fatima?
I'm not familiar with bluegrass as a genre.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Alex,
banjos.
can you summarize bluegrass?
Yeah. If I say jug band, does that mean anything to you? Okay.
It means
it's
a lot
of
to
like,
me personally.
It's like,
But I'm thinking more to Fatima and our listeners who maybe don't.
So it's a genre. I mean, I always associate it with. I think it's generally associated with like Appalachia, like hillbillies kind of thing.
Yep.
So it's a lot of like banjo, washboard, jug stuff. So there's a lot of like picking of the banjo, a lot of like dun, 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 kind of like rhythms, and then kind of like.
So like
this doesn't have a washboard. but
Would it be
usually
quicker to
often
call
has
it like
that.
a more redneck version of country?
It's kind of like a more redneck version of country.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then there's a guitar as well. Can't forget the
Guitar
guitar.
as well.
So this has a lot of banjo. You can hear the banjo, but they've also thrown in like fiddle, which I don't always associate with bluegrass, but it's there too.
But the fact that you call it fiddle does bring it into the world.
Call it a
of
fiddle and not a violin.
bluegrass
Yes.
and not a
Even
violin.
though, as we've
Same
established, same instrument.
And of course we call guitars guitars,
We do.
and those are the big differences, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The big telltale signs.
Yeah, and then of course the like accent on this.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, he's got a very clear hillbilly accent.
Yeah, it almost reminded me, not quite, but I thought of The Cog is Dead. It's not quite that, but like you can kind of tell it's a performance in that way, because
Right,
The Cog
yeah.
is Dead is this really like mustache twirling, like, I am
Yeah,
singing
he
the
does a
song.
real steampunk
Yeah.
villain.
But like it's kind of exaggerated in that way.
Yeah, it's stage work. It's performative. Yeah, there's kind of the same thing here, because I don't think the Cleverlys are actually Appalachian people.
No, I don't think so. Guys from Arkansas, I don't know.
Maybe.
Here's the story. But yeah, I thought it was like pretty solid instrumentally. Like the guitar does a pretty good job playing that main lick. There's like some cool solos. They get like a banjo solo and then a violin solo, and there's a guitar solo and another violin solo. So like, yeah, I thought it had some decent sounds.
Yeah, I
More
do.
generic
I
on the
like a
chorus.
full band like this with that kind of folksy bluegrass element. And they're playing things well. The tones are good. Even the dot and dies kind of translate into a weird hillbilly like scat.
Yeah.
Yeah, hillbilly scat. Yeah, definitely.
So there is some merit to this version. I do think it's maybe one of the better ones. But
it's got cool sounds.
But this is what these guys do, and we talk about acts like this where it's kind of a case of like a broke clock is right, twice a day. Because eventually, if you cover enough songs in this field, you're going to get good at it. It's going to work with one.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other hot takes on this one?
I don't have more thoughts about the Cleverlys. I thought it was a decent version.
Mm-hmm.
Fatima, anything from you?
No. Yeah, I thought it was fun. It's been really cool seeing this like Euro dance type track, and then it go through like rock/metal, and then now country, and then it'll go through a few other genres too. So I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see that, because like some songs we'll talk about, especially in like rock and heavy metal genres, will stay in that genre and nobody outside of that really covers it. Whereas this song gets covered by just almost anyone.
Malleable.
It's malleable. Just like 2019's Robyn Adele Anderson with Vanessa Dunleavy and Sarah Krauss.
I'm blue da ba dee da ba die da ba dee da. I'm blue da ba dee da ba die. I'm blue da ba dee da ba die da ba dee da. I'm blue da ba dee da ba die. I have a blue house with a blue.
Yes, absolutely. And now we've talked about Robyn Adele Anderson a number of times. I didn't even
have we ever.
write it down. She's done a whole lot of covers, mostly in this style.
Yeah, this is another person who has their genre. They stick to it. And that's what they do.
Yeah, and then they have some backup singers here who I looked up. They're like semi-professional singers, basically, that also do other things like yoga teaching.
Yeah, Dunleavy appears to be a yoga teacher.
And does Thai massage, and like Sarah Krauss is like maybe a piano teacher.
Yeah, her thing said she's a performer, storyteller, and New Yorker.
Oh yeah, amongst other things. She likes books, and also books.
Books. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, Robyn Adele Anderson, she likes to do throwback music. I don't know if she got her start with Scott Bradley's jukebox.
Postmodern jukebox. I think she
jukebox.
did. That's kind of my understanding. But
that is my understanding as well. She's certainly featured on there. So they like to make things sound like 30s to 40s to 50s music.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe what they latched on to here was the Ba Dee.
Yeah.
Yes, because as you mentioned, it's got a bit of like a scat sound to it with this like more jazz influenced genre. It kind of takes on that quality.
Yeah. So that, with this cover, as much as I still don't think their like vocal interpretation brings anything out of the lyrics, I do understand why they chose this. They said, hey, Ba Dee, that sounds like some old-timey like scat shit. We can build a song around that. We're going to make it 2 minutes because we don't need to spend more than that on this.
Right. Good move.
So I will applaud her efficiency this week in getting to the point.
Yeah, which it has. And I mean, the like overall kind of swing sound, I think, was pretty successful. It's like general swing things.
I like the use of staccato on this. It's a lot of very like a lot of emphasis notes more than like a smooth like walking bass line and things like that.
A little sharper.
Yeah. Fatima, are you a big fan of throwback music?
I didn't know I was until I was listening to this, and I thought her vocals were amazing on this. It's probably one of my favorite vocals on here. Obviously number one is Jeffrey, of course. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. Again, like I'm really I think it's really awesome how they can take this song and kind of filter it through different types of genres and make it their own. So I thought I really liked it. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and I mean, just like on the topic of the vocals, I was impressed. They're like very deft vocally because they actually do some really fast stuff, and like at a speed and they like level of coordination that's like it's really solid. Like you can tell they're like on top of it and they're like right on the timing and everything together. Vocally they do a really good job. And I also thought it was kind of cool, especially later on when they like speed everything up and are all singing together. Yeah, because it seemed like a pretty tricky part to do, and they handled it really well.
And I like that in this music video, everyone's together here. I noticed like with the orchestra one, they were kind of separate.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that it felt very like together and yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind of video I think like they do this kind of video, or she does this kind of video a lot. And then even like someone we're going to talk about soon is kind of known for like pioneering that style of video where like everything is in the room and the video is showing everything and that's what you're hearing and stuff.
Yeah, and Robyn Adele Anderson, to her credit, always finds a room that matches her style of music.
Yeah, it always has a
seem to be
speakeasy look
different
to it.
rooms. They're always different speakeasies.
They are.
Yeah.
I guess you just got to know where to find them. They're all hidden.
Yeah, and I'm a Robyn Adele skeptic. I don't typically like her work. I do think this is one of her better works. But again, you do this long enough, it's going to land with something.
Right, and I know, we don't always vibe with her music, but I do think it works pretty well with this song. I did actually enjoy this one, and, there's a nice little trumpet solo in there, too. That's fun.
Nice trumpet solo,
Shout that
and like the translation of this sort of half-rap intro into this sort of like old style, like setting up a story, works very well.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I heard the trumpet and liked it. It was the same thing with I think one of the first covers we listened to, the metal cover, where they had the guitar. I thought, oh, wow, that's really cool. And I would love to hear that more. So I'd like to hear the trumpet and the guitar in the original song and see how that kind of goes together.
Everything together?
Yes.
Well, we can make it happen.
Right. Get Jeffrey on the phone. Let's
get him on the phone. I'm sure he's got nothing else going on.
It's basically this song is his life.
Yeah, but you know who's got a lot going on is another act from the year 2020. It's Pomplamoose and Ben Rose.
Yeah, Ben Rose is like their producer as far as I can tell.
Yeah, that's his credit on this. Is he always the producer? Is he specifically producing this?
He's mostly, like, as far as I can tell, usually their producer and has been for like a number of years.
Okay, so he's not the actor and musician known for his role in the 2024 series This Town?
I cannot comment on that.
Okay, well, I can't either, but I can comment on Pomplamoose, who has made the decision to combine this with another nonsense song. It's Daft Punk's Around the World.
Absolutely. Also, should point out Pomplamoose, another group we've talked about a number of times.
Yeah, it's just Jack Conte when he decides his band should have his wife in it.
Have his wife in it. Apparently they met putting this band together. But as I mentioned, he's kind of known for being one of the first, like in like 2007 or so, put out these YouTube videos where it's like, he's performing in a space and everything. All the sounds in the video,
right? All the sounds you see are in that space.
And that is a pretty popular thing.
This sort of studio live style,
exactly. And then, of course, Natalie Dawn, who they're married.
Yeah.
So also, fun fact I learned this week, according to his Wikipedia page, which could be made up, but supposedly he's the voice of the teen male Sims in The Sims 2.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah.
That's where he got the money to make Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. And also co-founded Patreon.
Yeah. And what's his other band again?
Scary Pockets.
Scary Pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we have it's really, so this seems interesting at first, but then you realize it's just two straight covers slapped together and it's less interesting, I find.
I know, like in retrospect, right? Mm-hmm. But it sounds cool.
Well, yeah, because Daft Punk sounds cool. I can play that bass line from Around the World.
I know. I'm like, wow, this is a really cool part. Wait a minute. I don't know Around the World very well. I'll listen
Right.
to it. And I was like, oh, okay, it's just that.
Right. It just goes to show you don't really need to do a lot to make a song sound good.
I know. It's like we're doing a mashup. We've got 2 good songs.
Mm-hmm.
They sound good together.
Yeah.
You know, there's something to be said for putting them together successfully, because it's not like an easy thing to do, even if it's maybe a bit of a gimme in terms of it's going to sound good if you know they are both good things, right? But it's definitely like, wait a minute, this is just another song.
Yeah, and it's not like these are 2 outlandish things to combine. Blue has a vocal style that isn't a vocoder, but is pretty
is
much a
often
vocoder.
mistaken for one
For
and
a
has a similar
vocoder.
sound to it.
Daft Punk loves the vocoder.
They do.
They're
They
2
love them.
dance songs from the 90s. Like, there's not a big leap here.
No, but they're both really fun songs.
Yes. So this back half of the playlist is what happens when you use low effort techniques to use pre-existing works that are already certified gold, and then it sounds pretty good.
And it sounds pretty good, yeah. But yeah, I know. I do have a note. I'm like, I'm enjoying this, but is it just because I like the 2 things separately and now they're happening at me at the same time?
Yeah, because like, what are they actually bringing to this that isn't the 2 songs? Like, what is the Pomplamoose touch here?
What is the Pomplamoose touch here? I guess that you can see them doing it in a room. That Natalie Dawn is being very robotic and staring kind of at the camera, but not quite.
Yeah, she barely blinks and it's a little creepy. So it was really nice at the end of the video when she's just talking normally, trying to plug her stuff. And I'm like, okay, she does blink.
She is a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does hit like a real like spooky, like robot, like Euro robot vibe. I'll give her that.
Yeah. It's interesting how some of the covers we've been listening to, some they distort the voice and others don't, like the previous one we were listening to didn't, and then now they are. It does have like a groovy beat to it. I really like that. And I think her voice plays very well with it, I would say. And yeah, like a big note is I'm not a huge fan of mashups. Alex and I were discussing this, but I thought this was really well done, and I thought it was done pretty seamlessly. Like I couldn't tell they were trying to put these 2 songs together. It just sounded like one.
Yeah, it is pretty well done. I'm not sure how much of that, again, is Pomplamoose's efforts so much as it is just a happy coincidence.
It's just they work well together.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to be given credit for figuring that out to a degree, because they do it.
Dog.
They did it.
It's a 2-piece puzzle. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'm also like, I don't always like just seeing Jack Cante there on his little like electric piano or whatever he's playing, but I do like to see a Prophet 6.
I do like a Prophet 6.
I do like to see a Prophet 6 or any Prophet.
But I don't have to get that from Jack Conte.
I know. I can just watch Stop Making Sense again. That's a Prophet 5, but whatever.
Yeah, and I'm seeing here that this Pomplamoose has made a Daft Pomp album with all their Daft Punk covers. So I thought that was... I didn't know they were big fans of Daft Punk.
Yeah, and they've been active for quite a while too. So like they've been putting stuff out.
Yeah, they've been putting stuff out
There's
for years. These guys are YouTube regulars.
Yeah,
a big churning out of content. I'm skeptical of this. It works, and I can't deny that.
I know. Giving it the side, I can't prove it,
but I
know what you are.
I don't need to award it anything.
That's fair.
I do not, in fact, gotta hand it to him.
That's fair enough. Did I say that? Is that my words?
No, it's I'm quoting. It's a dumb old tweet by I don't remember who he is. He's like, under no circumstance do you gotta hand it to ISIS.
Okay, that's fair.
And yes, I am comparing Pomplamoose to terrorists.
To ISIS. All right.
Yeah. So let's move on to the year 2022 to talk about David Guetta and Bebe Rexha.
Bebe Rexha. Yeah, Yeah, so this is interesting. Here's a note.
Was that a Welsh accent, Alex?
Yeah, that's not a Welsh. I can't do a Welsh accent on demand. Unfortunately,
David Guetta is French.
Yeah, he is French.
Well, like David get a real job, am I right?
Hey, because he's old and has a six pack.
Yeah.
He's not that old. He's like middle aged. But I do have a note I wanted to mention about
he's
this.
58.
He's 50s. Okay.
Yeah,
58
so
is old, yeah.
Well,
He's
not,
He's
I don't
on
know
death's
about,
door.
Yes. he's racing towards seniority.
Yeah.
I did want to bring something up about
Bring it up.
this version real quick before we even
Please.
talk about the artist. Originally kind of came out in 2017 because there was like a
Yes.
shorter version that became popular in TikTok. So that makes me think that almost every cover here was actually influenced by this version, the original version of this version, because it was like a trend.
So that's what brings the resurgence.
Yeah, I have to wonder. I don't know for certain, but every version except for Bonnaroo here is like post 2017 or 2017 or later. So I think there's a decent chance they were influenced by this existing.
And Guetta is huge, and like we talked about him before for Chandelier and his role in making Sia big by accident.
With Titanium.
Yeah, which is apparently just how all of his work happens, is by accident.
Yeah. He also worked on Sexy Bitch. Do you remember that song? That was
I
popular.
do remember that song. A song about being respectful to women.
Exactly.
And I have to say, David Guetta looks very different then in that music video to now. And I was like, even just wondering, I had to watch the Sexy Bitch music video again just to be like, am I remembering this incorrectly? But he definitely had a bit of that Tame Impala look where it's like the long, shaggy hair, kind of, like the bangs. He had a bit of a crooked nose too, and just kind of is very like unassuming. And then now I guess he's fixed the nose and cut the hair, and I think he has like a chef or something because he's like totally ripped, and I think that's why he took off his shirt, because some of the videos I've seen, he doesn't really do that, and he's just sort of in the background playing the keyboard. And so I thought that was a little funny because he's like more confident, so that's pretty cool, and it's on in his later years here. So the biggest the funniest thing in the video was like, it just was like kind of creepy that he was like, I'm not a big fan of like older people hanging out with younger people, especially now. And this video only came out like 3 years ago, so I think he kind of like should have known better. I think he should have just kind of like let the kids do their things. But he's like getting into it. Yeah. And then I saw here that so he is 58 and his partner's 33. So that kind of makes sense.
Something going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, David Guetta.
That's David Guetta. All right, I want to mention, I
Please.
don't know Bebe Rexha really, but according to Wikipedia, started out in a group called Black Cards, which was formed by Pete Wentz. So that's fun. That was his like solo kind of group.
Is it the Fallout guy? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were on hiatus, and he was like, I want to form a pop group, and then she was the singer.
Was it like a girl group, or was it?
He was like the guitar player, and there were other members, and she just happened to be singing. Okay. Yeah, and then I think they lasted like 2 years or something. But
did they share why they don't do music?
She just wanted to do solo stuff, and then they didn't keep going with the band, I think.
Yeah. Pete Wentz wanted to do a sort of remake of Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Oh yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
So yeah, I couldn't do that with Black Cards.
Can't do that if you're doing Black Cards.
I had to get the band back together. So yeah, this song is a smash hit success. Essentially, this is what happens when you're two very famous and skilled individuals. You goof around for an hour, and then it leaks to TikTok, and then you're like, okay, I guess we'll release that
5 years later.
Yeah, 5 years later, you're like, well, I guess you guys can have it. And then it's a smash hit.
Absolutely. I heard this all over the place when it was popular, and I don't normally hear things.
No.
David Guetta stuff does get around.
He does good. He does popular
David
things.
Guetta round.
Yeah.
round.
So because Gabri Ponte is I'm probably butchering his last name. I don't know if it's like Ponte or Ponte, but
it's like Ponte, I think. Close to that, but emphasis on the pawn, I believe.
Okay.
Ponte.
Because he's a DJ, I would like to know if like David Guetta chatted with him, or like what his thoughts on David Guetta's take on or what his take on this remix or cover is. And it also, going back to the lyrics, in the original song it says "I'm blue,"
right,
and this is saying "I'm feeling good."
Yes.
And so, and they never bring up feeling blue. It's like kind of the opposite.
It's all good and partying.
Yes. So I think they kind of took it, or at least whoever wrote this song, because I'm not sure if Bebe Rexha writes her own music. But it seems like she's in a bit of a machine, right? Like kind of just like pumps out stuff just because she is on the radio so much. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting that they made the song "I'm Good" and not "I'm Blue," or just "Blue."
It feels like an inversion, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's giving them a lot of credit for what is basically just like tonight's gonna be a good night, but not by the Black Eyed
Peas. It's this is the big important party thing, and we're gonna do all kinds of crazy stuff. Sort of song.
We're gonna live it up. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I will note for songwriting credits, I have several individuals. This is of course songwriting, so it's not exactly clear who's doing lyricism.
Right.
But we have David Guetta, Bebe Rexha. We have as well Gianfranco Randoni, Jeffrey J, because of the source material.
Originals.
Somebody named Camille, Camile. And that is when somebody named Plested.
Hey, no last names, just
no last names.
A lot of anonymity.
A couple of anonymous people. But yeah, several people working on this beyond just Guetta and Rexha.
Yeah. Yeah, their music video for this is like typical David Guetta, typical like dance music videos. It's very little clothes. It's lots of young people around dancing. There's always got to be some flashiness. It's got to be somewhere hot. And you know, in this case, the flashiness is they've got this fire dancer, very little clothes. There's like a fire and light show. There's confetti and balloons. There's a lot of these like quick shots, and drinking, of course, because that's fun.
Yeah, it is like a real by the book. Like this could be a music video, or it could be an advertisement for a cruise.
Yeah,
like a 5-star resort.
Kind of it's all set in Spain. It's all filmed in Spain, so
Ibiza.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And yeah, it is all just like, let's get a bunch of hot people in a space and record them.
Yeah, including David Guetta, right?
David
he's the hot guy too in there.
He's a hot guy.
And that guy, I didn't even notice that guy. Look, he's got sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I thought it was
because wearing sunglasses at night is
who's this guy?
Important.
It is important.
Yeah, I'm always like super jealous of people that make music, because you can essentially, if you have like the backing of your studio or whatever, or producer or whoever, or like your label, you could just say like, yeah, I envision, like I imagine David Guetta saying in his French accent, I envision this to be in Spain. And then they're like, and then they just go, and that's it. And so I thought that was really cool.
Rent a yacht or whatever and just film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's often a critique that people bandy about for Adam Sandler, who treats his films as vacations. He's like, well, we got to shoot this one in Africa. And I'm bringing along Kevin James and my friends. It's like, but that's exactly the same thought I had. It's like, how nice to be David Guetta and be like, we have to shoot this in Spain. Like, we got to go to Ibiza. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, which I guess would be fun.
It certainly would be fun. Did you see all the fun things in the music video,
I did see all
Alex?
the fun things in the music video.
What do you mean you guess?
I guess it's fun, whatever. There is fire dancing and stuff.
Fire dancing, there's pools, Alex?
Yeah. There's lots of alcohol and naked women. There's a lot of fake boobs.
Yeah, maybe some real ones in the mix, but you gotta look.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Alex a big problem with some like hip hop R&B music videos that were made was these artists would have these parties at their house, invite a ton of people, and then shoot a music video like that. So, and they wouldn't pay anyone because it's like, well, you came to my party and you got free alcohol out of it, and maybe you didn't get raped in it either. So
It's always a plus.
Jeez, yeah.
I don't know if this is what happened here, but yeah, it kind of feels that way. Like they just got a bunch of people and they're like, hey, you guys want to be in a David Guetta music video? Okay, come here at this time, this day, and like just dance around and
We'll have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very possibly what happened here. I always think of, and now I can't remember which band it was. It might have been Slipknot, who had a music video where a fan offered their house up, and it was their parents' house. And then the place got absolutely fucking trashed during the recording. And then I do think they eventually paid them back, but it was a big issue.
Eventually paid them back. Okay.
Yeah, like after legal proceedings.
Oh dear. Okay, wow.
Yeah, we talked about that song.
Yeah.
We talked about that song. I can't remember if it was Slipknot.
How
Was
did they
Slipknot?
what were they doing in the house to trash it?
Duality?
Yeah, I believe would have been the song. They were just like, because essentially it was not just the band, but they got, like you said, they get a bunch of fans in there. Like, do you want to be in a Slipknot music video?
Yeah, they literally just like charge this house and start breaking windows and like busting stuff. It's pretty wild.
It's pretty nuts. Check out our Slipknot Duality episode.
Yeah, from
good episode.
Last October,
which the theme was, Alex.
Masked bands.
Hey, nice. I couldn't remember it. Okay, so we had a lot to go through on this one. Let's talk about these lyrics. I'm going to rip through them real quick.
Yeah,
I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Baby, I'm going to have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling all right. And then that repeats.
Yeah, I mean, that's the song. That repeats a lot. And then also, like, the other lyrics are just talking about, like, how they don't care what happens. They're just going to follow the good times, basically.
Yeah, they're open-minded. They're living in the moment. They don't need we come to the next verse. You know, I'm down for whatever tonight. I don't need the finer things in life. No matter where I go, it's a good time. Yeah, and I don't need to sit in VIP, middle of the floor. That's where all
right. They want to be dancing. That's what the good time is.
Yeah, they want to be in the mix. They want to be living the simple pleasures, and they're gonna have the best fucking time tonight. And she lets it go. So I just let it go. Oh, na, 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 na. No, I don't care no more. Care no more. Oh, na, 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 na. So come on, let me know. Put your hands up. Na, na, na. No, baby. Nothing's going to stop us tonight.
There's your lyrics. I really think they're kind of saying the same thing over and over again.
It is very repetitive.
Yeah. Usually, so the context I've heard this song discussed in usually is what was viewed. I'm trying to distance myself a bit from this. So I'm doing a little bit of a devil's advocate thing, as because I haven't decided if I totally agree with it, but viewed as low effort samples. I've heard this looped in with that, and there's that Big Energy song is another example that I've heard put in with that. And there's a few other ones, like I can't think of one. Isn't there one that like samples like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or something? Anyway,
from who?
I don't remember now.
Okay, I thought you were trying to say that David Guetta does all the same things, which is very true.
Maybe.
He gets critiqued for that quite a bit. That's fair,
because I definitely feel like sonically there's kind of the sample, which is like a solid hook that they've borrowed, sampled, and then the rest of it's like synths.
Yeah, leading to aiding that case of it being cheap samples and him not doing a lot of work, which I do stand with that opinion. I don't think there's a lot done to this song, and I think that's fair because it wasn't initially intended for release. Yeah, but also he did release it and made a fucking shitload of money on it. But if you listen to this playlist that you've constructed on Tidal, and then you get to the end of it, the next track it brings up is a David Guetta cover of "Baby Don't Hurt Me."
Sure,
which is also very, very by the book, very simple, very boring.
Yeah, it does seem like that is what's going on. The rest of it is like pretty straightforward as far as this kind of music goes. So, yeah, I don't know.
And normally I would damn that a lot, but I do feel like this was two people screwing around for an hour But then he also like teases it out. He like releases his own TikTok being like, should I release the fucking full version or whatever? And
Right.
so he's not fully innocent in this, but
And he was working on it for 5 years. That was cooking for a while.
I think he sat on it for 5
Yeah.
years.
They had to film that video.
Yeah. Oh, and to go on to Gabri Ponte's point of view on this, I don't know for sure, but he has done a remix of this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So that's something. Because he was
That's
like,
something.
I'm very familiar with this mostly.
Yeah. And that is an official remix on the single release of this. So you get two other remixes on there, rather, one by Tiesto and one by Cedric Gervais.
Hey, my aunt and uncle's last name is Gervais.
Is your aunt and uncle Ricky Gervais?
No.
Both of them?
I think they say it Gervais too. Like they
Yeah, because they're French and not English
They
people.
francophone it.
Gervais.
Gervais.
More like Franca legit, am I right? Okay. So this song, what does it sound like? We've talked about everything but exactly what it sounds like.
I mean, yeah, it's like they got the main melody, like piano riff, and it just kind of keeps running it. Like it cuts out occasionally, but they mostly run it. It's this like huge piano sound.
Yes, massive.
Yeah,
Massimo
massive.
even.
And then it just like keeps going. The vocals come in. They do the like vocal hook. It's very processed sounding.
Yeah, hand claps in the mix. All of your typical like get the club going
Right,
techniques.
like yeah. They got like there's a drum roll that starts with the chorus and then starts to pick up for the like drop into the dance section.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dance stuff. Dance music stuff.
Yeah, real buzzy bass synth on this. It's pretty repetitive. But yeah, I don't think enough is done to this. Like, you can say the lyrics were changed, and you can argue that the original lyrics are nothing special. But Jeffrey J believed in them.
Jeffrey J believes in them. He supports them fully. You know what? I think David Guetta might also get these lyrics, but he changed them because he thought they were too important.
He thought they were too, like, edgy. He's like, we gotta soften this.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But yeah, I mean, that's
That's it.
It's one
Yeah.
of the covers that has different lyrics.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That is like the
So-
big thing it does.
Like I know we're talking about like he kind of just like rinse repeats a lot of things. It is one of the ones that has different lyrics, although they do just keep repeating it. But that is like David Guetta's like what he does.
That's his MO.
Yes, like "Sexy Bitch," for example, is
Sure.
literally just saying that over and over
Right.
again.
And I guess the repetition is very much like a dance track thing. So it's
Yeah.
like understandable, but maybe it just doesn't appeal to me as much.
Yeah, and it's a calculated move to make it memorable. It's as calculated as the Ba Dee.
It worked.
Is on
It
the
worked
original.
very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what I say about this song. It's already done everything it needs to.
It's already done everything it needs to.
Sorry,
but yeah.
sorry to bring it up, but there, the Baby Shark song.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
literally just saying the same thing, and it is so popular.
So you're saying this is a song for babies?
It could be, yeah. I'm
Could be.
sure.
That was a criticism levied at the original as well, though.
True. That's true. And now we appreciate it. So maybe this just needs another couple decades, and then we'll be saying the same thing about this version.
The topic matter is this. There has never been another song that has tried to do the what if life is filtered experience and the filter is color. There are probably 100 songs released in 2022 that are about having a good night tonight.
It's true. That is a fairly common topic in songs.
Yes.
Particularly
The Black
dance
Eyed
music.
Peas did it like 10 years earlier, I'm pretty sure, if not
Yeah.
more.
At least. Yeah.
At least. Music video directed by Casey Locke of Swords and Eagles. We've kind of talked through it already. Some of it is shot at the Ushuaia nightclub.
Yeah. Also in Spain. It's like a beach hotel / nightclub.
Yeah, and you can see Guetta and Bebe performing there together.
Yeah, and they're just like in this mansion, which is in Ibiza, and she's on a yacht at one point. They do a big party.
Yeah,
You
we
take
get
your
like a
shirt
split
off.
screen of them preparing for this party, like it's fucking Ocean's 11.
Like it's Ocean's 11. And then people just party for a while. There's lots of like slightly slowed down shots of people in swimwear.
Right.
I think
That's
it's
the
slightly
music
slowed
video.
down.
Yeah, probably.
Seems a bit slow. And then once it gets through that, we see Bebe in like what strikes me as a very early 2000s outfit. It's like
Yeah.
blue and her hair's up, and it makes me think
Okay,
of
yeah.
Britney Spears.
Britney
Yeah, it's a little
Spears.
Britney
Yeah.
Spears.
Yeah. Oops, I did it again.
She got that red outfit, right?
She's got the red outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of that. So it does feel like we're kind of throwing back to sort of that era-ish.
Yeah, and then that is the same outfit she appears on stage at the Ushuaia.
Mm-hmm. Ushuaia.
Ushuaia.
Ushuaia. Yeah. That's three consecutive separately pronounced vowels. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get this like big inverting drone shot too of the crowd at this place.
Yeah. It's just another example of like you throw enough money at a problem and it solves itself.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll do a show here, we'll record the footage, we'll get Bebe in to do the performance live.
Yeah.
We've rented an Airbnb for the week anyway. We'll just shoot the music video there.
Yeah. And that's kind of the thing.
And we've got beautiful camera equipment and beautiful people.
We
so
do.
it all just-
We can
it all
afford
just
the good
works out.
cameras.
But what we've got here is our final verdicts, of which we have 3 categories this week: the worst version, the best version, and the bluest version, of course.
Of course.
Fatima, you are our guest today, and so we force you to begin these things. What's the worst version?
Ooh. Okay. Darn it. There's 2 that I'm like kind of okay. I'll say the metal cover version.
Jonathan Young, Travis Carte,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Toxicxeternity.
That's on the bottom,
Yeah.
right?
That it was a toss up between that and the Bars and Melody one. But
Mhm.
the orchestra was really saving the Bars and Melodies, so I kind of kept them there because I didn't feel like they should be removed from there.
Yeah, I feel like the orchestra does a really great job
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Alex, same question to you. Worst version.
Worst version. I think my worst version's got to go to Bonnaroo. I feel like it's just so low effort,
God, it is.
and
too. I
like
forgot
the
about it.
combination of low effort and like low budget just like makes it not work. And yeah, I almost forgot about it too.
I forgot about it also.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that version.
I mean, even when I was doing my notes, I did that one like last because I forgot to even do it at all.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I could give it to Bonnaroo or Bonnaroo. I'm gonna give it to Pomplamoose just to sort of set the balance right in the universe,
Okay.
because I feel like you guys might say it's the best version, and I find it to be a cynical move and not that good of a move, and I feel like they didn't put a lot of effort into it.
That's very possible.
Are you a fan of mashups? I don't know if you've already discussed it, but are
Not particularly. We usually avoid them. There was one mashup on this show we talked about for the song Sweet Jane, done by the band Two
Oh.
Nice Girls,
incredible?
which is phenomenal. And that is the one I will stand by. So in
Yep.
general, no, but I do
Okay.
have one exception.
I'll have to agree. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But this one you're not a huge fan of.
Not a huge. It just feels cheap to me. I don't like Pomplamoose either, and I barely like Jack Conte
Yeah.
and his style of music. So there's a few things working against it.
But he made Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Or Ko-Fi.
But the question is, let's flip it. What's the best version,
What is the
Fatima?
best version?
The best version would probably, in my opinion, is the cover by Robyn Adele
Hmm.
thing.
Has very deft vocal.
I liked it, and the trumpet was very interesting. I like that they didn't distort their voices either. I like the music video was done pretty well too.
Mhm.
I know you guys said that perhaps not a huge fan of her work, which is fair. I've never listened to her before this, and so I thought they did a really good job, and I like that they did. It seemed like they put some effort. It does sound kind of
Mhm.
different. Again, they didn't distort the voice. I do like some of the different instruments in here. Like, I don't know if that's a cello and definitely a trumpet, but
Upright bass.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think particularly I do think the vocal part of that one is pretty strong.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that part as well. And I do
Yeah,
feel
and
like,
a phenomenon we
yeah.
have on this show is when the first time we hear a cover act, if it's their first time on the show, we might get blown away and be like, holy shit, like this is
It's
an
incredible.
incredible act. And then we'll have them on another episode. We're like, it's the same, but
Yeah.
worse.
oh.
So sometimes our opinion does change. We've had Robyn Adele Anderson on so much that I typically just dismiss her offhand.
Okay.
But I do think you're correct. This is a good performance this week. But Alex, are you also locking in Robyn Adele for best version?
I don't know. I think it's a contender. But, and this is going to sound odd, I think I liked the Alex Christensen Berlin Orchestra one best. Mostly because of the music. I agree the vocals are like a bit questionable, but I think that can be said about a lot of them. So like I'm not too hard on it.
And you know why that is, Alex?
Why I'm not too hard on the thing?
No, why the problem with a lot of the versions is that the vocals aren't quite right?
Oh, because they're not blue enough? Because they just don't believe in it.
Because they don't believe in it like Jeffrey J does.
Jeffrey J does, yeah. No one can believe in it. That's, a shockingly difficult thing to do. So yeah, I'm going to go easy on them for that. But I liked the arrangement of the rest of it. I thought the orchestra really brought it. I did like the additions of the electronic instruments. It's mostly the percussion, I guess. But yeah, I liked that. I like that version.
How about the music video? Did you like that?
No.
Okay.
Alex wasn't interested until the guy took his shirt off.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, look at those tattoos.
Hey!
This guy should wear a wife respecter.
How about you,
great
Snake?
choices.
What do you-
How about me? I'm thinking about it. It is really a matter of like which version's vocals do I hate the least? Probably.
Right,
Probably the best way to look
yeah.
at it. And I guess technically, like you kind of convinced me that Robyn Adele Anderson's version is the one with the most merit this week. I had initially written off. I was ready to rip into her this week, but I do think there are some good things in there. I like the instrumentals too. They're a little offbeat, a little different. So yeah, I'm going to lock it in with Robyn Adele Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah. Although, brief criticism of that version, the video calls it an electro swing cover, which
Right.
electro? I don't know.
I disagree with that interpretation. Also, not a
real
genre you
criticism.
really want to associate with. It was kind of a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right, Alex. Worst version. I'm giving it to the Cleverlys. No, I'm kidding.
But no, yeah.
No, you're already locked in.
I'm locked in.
It's too late.
But what are we locking in for bluest version, Fatima? What do we got?
Oh, yeah. What's the bluest version?
Bluest
Oh,
version.
bluest version?
What does that mean?
Well, that's the
That's up
thing,
to
is
you.
it can mean, it's whatever it means to you.
Okay. The bluest version is probably the David Guetta one, because it's just so
It's so
different.
blue.
Yeah.
It's so blue. It does have blue in the brackets of the title.
It does.
Right?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Blue.
Brackets blue.
Huh. That's true.
It certainly has the bluest album artwork I'm
It
looking
does. Yeah.
at. Alex,
Very blue.
bluest.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, I think there's a few things that work here. One, blue can mean anything we want it to. Blue, it really, it's what matters to you, and really, it doesn't even have to be blue. It could be. That's the thing. Is like it could be any color. It's just what it's about what it means to you. So ultimately, I'm not going to pick the bluest version. I'm going to pick the reddest version, which is the redneckest version, which is the Cleverlys.
Interesting, Alex. We took 2 paths to get to the same spot.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because my idea was what is the closest to blues, the genre of music. But then I remembered that in the Pomplamoose version, if you listen all the way to the end,
Oh yes,
of course, this is one of the benefits of the 2007 invented Jack Conte style of studio live videos.
studio live videos. Yes,
Is that they do a blues version at the end.
they do very briefly in the video.
Very
I totally
briefly.
forgot about that.
Yes, they do. So unfortunately, I now have to give it to Pomplamoose by my own standards. Played myself. That's our verdicts. If you've got different opinions, similar opinions, want to talk to us about a version we didn't talk about, hit us up on the app Blue Sky, at SnakeyMe, at SomeAlexWiseGuy. You can also email us at covermepod@gmail.com. Tell us your comments, questions, concerns. I was going to wrap this episode up, but I forgot I created a bonus segment,
Oh,
as if we're not running long enough. Are you familiar with the term mondegreen?
yeah, but I think I always mix it up with egg corn.
Okay, what's eggcorn?
A word that you like hear wrong, basically. So you
That's
say
what
it wrong.
mondegreen is.
Okay, so I think it's the same thing then.
Okay, it's a misunderstood or misinterpreted word or phrase resulting from a mishearing of the lyrics of a song. So perhaps mondegreen is specific to music. Eggcorn is just more broad.
Yeah, I think they just kind of mean about the same thing. One might be more specific to like spelling or something, but
Mm.
or one is like you're saying like a mondegreen is where you mishear what they're saying, right?
Right.
Whereas an eggcorn is like I know what an acorn is, but I think it's pronounced eggcorn.
You just say it.
just
wrong.
heard it wrong.
So an eggcorn is just linguistics.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, not
Thus
to derail the
begins
bonus segment.
The Cover Me Mondegreen quiz.
All
So
right.
I have in front of me a set
Sounds like
of
fun.
misheard lyrics. I'm going to read to you both the misheard lyric, and there are 2 points on the line for each of these. 1, if you can tell me what the actual lyric is, and 2, if you can tell me what the song title is.
Ooh.
If you need a hint, I am offering 2 lifelines that I can't guarantee you on all of these. One lifeline is to hear the artist's name. The other lifeline is for me to read the lyric in the melody of the song.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Let's go.
Fantastic.
Can
So
we
our
call
first
it
one,
Monda Blues?
Monda Blues? Certainly, Alex. Here begins the Monda Blues quiz. The first lyric is All the Lonely Starbucks Lovers. All the Lonely Starbucks Lovers.
This is a Taylor Swift one.
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh wow. I can't picture.
But I am looking for the lyric, the correct lyric, and the song title.
Okay, so I literally just did not.
I think I could guess. I think I could guess the lyric, but I
Hey,
don't
guess
know
the
the
lyric
song.
for me.
All the lonely star-crossed lovers.
No.
Ah. Thought it was worth a guess.
Could
It's worth
I
a
get
guess.
the next line?
The next line means nothing to me because I have no way to verify it. I don't know this song.
Okay.
If you get, Alex, you want to take a crack
Can
at
I
a
take
song
another
title
guess
too?
at the actual words?
Sure.
Hold me close up, tiny dancer.
Alex, you are a step ahead of the game here. Not this one. Nobody wants to guess the song title?
Love story.
No, it's not that one.
It is 2 words, though.
Okay. Right.
Paper rings.
All the Swifties right now are just yelling.
Yelling. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, in the audience, there's many.
In the audience, in the audience.
Yeah, the many Swifties who listen to our show.
They just feel this happening.
They can sense it. It's like a disturbance
Yes,
in
they
the
can.
force.
They're like, there's a disturbance in the force.
All right. That's how they work.
I don't. Yeah. Can we get
No sweat. No points on this one. The correct lyric is "Got a long list of ex-lovers."
Okay.
Oh
and
yeah.
The song is "Blank
I mean,
Space."
you insane.
Blank space. Okay.
Not a blank
knew it
space,
was
baby.
One of her radio hits. It's just she has so many radio hits that it's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah.
And
I
a
know
lot
that
of
song.
a lot of her songs are like that, where she sings something and then I look at the lyrics and I think, oh, that is what she is saying.
Yeah.
Okay, our next misheard lyric is "Papa Dom Peach."
Papa Don't Preach?
There we go. There's 1 point for Fatima on the board from the song of the same name. So I'll
Okay.
get 2
Double,
points.
double, yeah, okay. All right. Very nice.
Okay, Fatima, you're up with 2 points now. Congrats. The next line is, "It doesn't make a difference if we're naked or not."
Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got
That's
each other,
correct,
and
Alex.
that's a lot for love. We'll
Sure,
give
I
it a
don't need the
shot.
following
Whoa,
line.
we're halfway there. Whoa,
Uh-huh.
living on a prayer.
And are you locking that in as the song title or?
Living on a prayer.
Yes, thank you. All right, you're now tied 2 for 2. The next one is "I'm farting carrots." Again, that is
Farting
"I'm
carrots.
farting
I'm
carrots."
farting carrots. I'm farting carrots. I'm farting. Can you do this one in the tune of the song?
I certainly cannot,
Okay.
but I will provide you the artist name if you would like.
Do you want it?
Okay, yeah.
That is Selena Gomez. "I'm farting carrots."
Is this Selena Gomez with that band that she used to have, or is this like Selena Gomez solo?
This is, as far as I know, a Selena Gomez solo, though this song does feature A$AP Rocky.
Oh, look good for you, or I just
Very
want to
close.
look. I just want to look good for you. I just want to feel good for you. Ah, fuck.
I will tell you,
I
you
don't know
have
this
said
song.
the title of the song, but I do need some words chopped off there.
Oh, is it feel good?
We've got "good" in there, and I need 2 more words.
look good.
No,
For you.
unfortunately, I'm looking at for good for you.
Good for
I'm going to give you the point anyway.
Because I had the words, just not in the right order.
Just not in the right order. Do you know what the line actually is?
Farting carrots, you said?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
14
farting carrots. Yes.
Like a
She's
ring.
talking about her marquee ring before she was engaged.
Okay.
And fun little thing is my engagement ring is a marquee ring too.
Ooh.
Not because of
So you're also farting carrots.
Yes.
Phenomenal. Fatima, you're up by 2 points.
Ooh.
The next one. I remove umbilicals. I remove umbilicals.
Remove umbilicals.
I remove umbilicals.
I remove umbilicals. I remove umbilicals. I remove umbilicals. Can you do this one with the original melody?
I remove umbilicals.
I believe in miracles.
Yes, Alex, that is the line.
Wow.
Can you tell me the song?
What's the name of the song?
Is it called Sexy Thing?
These sexy things.
Is it Miracles?
It's, I'll tell you what, sexy thing are 2 of the words. We're looking for one more.
You sexy thing.
All right, Alex, I'm going to give it to you just to keep the competition going. You guys are tied 4 for 4. The next one I have up is You're the Wobbly One. The line is, You're the Wobbly One.
Can you sing this one in a melody?
Is it You're the Wobbly One?
Hey,
Oh,
Is it You're the one that I want?
Alex Mildenberger.
Is it Grease? Is it
Nice.
John Travolta?
The song is
You're the one that I want, right?
Well, the lyric is that. The title is actually slightly different.
Oh, the title is You're the one for honey. The one I need. Oh, yes, indeed. Man, I don't remember the specific title.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, when I say slightly different, I mean like
It's like
cut
the one
some
that I
words
want.
out. Yeah, I'll take that. It's a one that I want.
One that I want. Okay.
Alex, you're up by 2 points now. It's 6 to 4. This next one is, of course, a mishearing that was made famous by Ademia Dijuibe, a comedian.
Oh.
The line is, of course, homie's clothes so tiny. Damn, son.
So tiny. Damn, son. That's got to be Tiny Dancer. Hold me close up, Tiny Dancer.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hold me close. Okay, here we go. Now I don't know if I know the specific words. Because I always thought it was hold me close, but I think it's hold me closer, Tiny Dancer.
That is correct, Alex.
Okay. But I always
what is the song?
Tiny Dancer.
That's right.
By Elton John.
By Elton John. Okay. Alex, you've stolen it away on these last ones.
Yeah, but I literally stole one of those answers.
You did steal one of those. So I'm going to knock a point off of you for unsportsmanship.
I have been called a thief.
You are a thief. So that leaves the final score at Alex with 7, Fatima at 5. Alex, you've won.
Nice.
I
Hell
hope
yeah.
you feel proud of yourself.
I am
you.
not engaged
Thank
to
you.
a loser, you know.
But I am.
That's right. Fantastic. That does it for our bonus segment. That does it for the show. Like I said, rate and review us. We're on all the apps. We're on what? Spotify? Sure. Apple Podcast? Yes. Amazon Podcasts? You bet.
Oh, yeah.
Pocket Cast, Podurama, Podbean. We're everywhere. What you can do this week to really get the word out there, besides, of course, telling your friends, family, neighbors, and loved ones about us, is to figure out, sort of reverse engineer whatever that tech they had on Toucan 4, of course, the planet in the Blue music video,
Sure.
where they were able to project that message into space. And if you can just project, listen to Cover Me podcast and a QR code so people can scan it.
Yeah, did they
space.
project it physically, or was that like cycle? Did they just see that, but it wasn't physically
Believe
there?
it is physical,
Okay.
but using some psychotech.
They
because
seem like psychos.
One thing that Psyox 6, the villain, believed was that the DJ was using some kind of psychic wave enhancer, which is why he didn't abduct him, because he could already do that.
Oh.
So they have technology that can work with and on the mind.
There's so much backstory to this video.
Yeah.
Dog, there's pages on Zorotl.com.
Oh my god. I'm like kicking myself for not knowing about this website before. But I'm
Well-
glad that all three of us were researching because someone
Yeah.
caught something.
Catch me on the Zorotl.com's forums later.
You better believe it. Fatima, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. This was so much fun. Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm sorry that Alex cheated in our bonus round. It's not the behavior I expect from him, but, he gets excited sometimes. Do you have anything you want to promote, Fatima?
This podcast. I love this podcast so much, so I'd like to promote it.
Oh, thank you.
Pardon?
I said thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I have nothing to promote. I'm not on social media or anything either, so...
I think that's worth promoting. Get off social media.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's fun to get off of social media for mental health so that you don't feel blue. If that's how you feel... I was feeling a little blue a little while ago. I haven't been on social media for 5-ish years now or so.
It's a good move.
I was feeling blue, yeah, because you kind of compare yourself to others. I'm like, why is everyone having babies and getting married and I'm not? Am I doing something wrong? So then I got off and...
Yeah, that's the ticket. I got off it briefly once, and then, I don't know, I got back on. I haven't looked back. I don't post anything. I just look at shit, which is even worse.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice because it makes you feel like you are connected. But, now I connect with people on, phone messages, just messaging people and actually catching up. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. But, a lot of the stuff is... I'll know someone got married because of Facebook, not because we catch up or whatever. So,
yeah. So that's it, folks. Listen to this podcast all the way through, at least 2 times over, and then disconnect from the internet and start talking to your friends and family.
Do not interact with us.
Do not interact with
Blue
us
Sky.
On Blue Sky. After that point, you can during the listens, you can interact with us, but cut yourself off at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
You can mail us.
Use social media to talk about this podcast and then immediately log off.
Yeah. Use public computers to do it so that it's not go to the library.
Support your local library.
Media. Yeah. But that does it for today's episode of Cover Me. And as we always say on Cover Me, I'm blue, cover me, Ba Dee.